Happy Hot Freaking Take Tuesday. Sports Show program brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms. No long-term contracts. License number 645. I'm holding in my hand the worst candy bar of all time.
Pure garbage.
Almond Joy. We have a lot of them at home. And
if you are homeless and can prove it, you can have that candy bar.
I would never do that. We will buy you lunch. Not do that to somebody. Almond Joy. You know what? I've had one of those once before. You know what I didn't have? Joy.
Now, I would agree that there is joy with almonds, but not almonds and coconut.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Yeah, almonds like barbecue almonds or sriracha.
Wasabi?
Yeah, wasabi almonds, sriracha almonds. Those almonds are good.
You know, I'm never a big fan of almonds. They're okay, but it's like, you know what? If I'm doing this, I'm doing a peanut.
But you know how you ruin a wasabi almond? You put coconut on it.
Yeah. No, that's anything.
Brother Chad is all about those peanuts.
Oh,
boy.
my Lord.
Peanut butter,
Dude, it's bad, too.
peanuts.
My wife, she looked at me last night. She goes, where are you going with that? I'm like, nowhere. Walked out of the house, straight down into my office. There it is. This morning, I got in at 3 o'clock. As I walked by my 7-year-old daughter, she's like, hey, Dad. I'm like, hey, Charlie. Off to work? Yep. There I head off. Go down. Get my iced teas already ready. Got my little energy drink. Just, you know what kicks off the day? A little bit of peanut butter. What? What?
Oh, man.
Oh, my Lord.
I love them too, dude. I mean, I've gotten to where I make sure, you know, not so much the peanut butter because that's a slippery slope for me, but I make sure there's a jar of dry roasted peanuts in our pantry.
Oh, God.
And I have a big handful of it whenever I get home every evening while I'm taking Fritz out.
See, I can have, like this morning I had, not even, I don't do teaspoon. I'll do just a small, like a couple little scoops of Bite, maybe a couple tonight, but probably not.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, there was days when I'm starving and I've been working out a lot. I'm like, I'm starving. But but if there's peanuts, I will eat all of the peanuts. I will eat all of it. And if they're spicy, oh, God.
That 1 pound bag is a single serving.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Almond Joys are great, said a person who's a communist. 8457. Hershey almonds. Macadamia nuts are the best. I don't know. Peanuts are just so much better. So much better than everything else.
They are, man. They're filling. They're not really bad for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said we've lost our minds if we don't like almond joys. But the problem is the almonds are fine. The chocolate is fine. The coconut
Is crap.
No, it's like when that's I cook with coconut. Oh, do you now? That's nice. Coconut oil, coconut water. Have you seen that? People go get coconut water in a plastic thing. Yeah, you know where you get coconut water? In a coconut, okay? And part of the fun of getting it is getting the water out of the damn coconut. Because it's hard. It ain't easy.
Coconuts are only good on Naked and Afraid. When they're on a tropical island somewhere and they haven't found fresh water or food, when they run into a coconut, I mean that's like a cheeseburger.
Oh.
So if I was on Naked and Afraid, I'd definitely be a fan of the coconut.
Yeah.
But I'm not on Naked and Afraid.
No. I choose to live next to a supermarket.
Right.
And to be clothed. So there you go. Right?
And to eat cheeseburgers.
And to eat cheeseburgers, right? Because I have those. I have access to those. I got all kinds of places I can go around and get some cheeseburgers. I don't need this silliness. So, man, I like the almonds are okay. I just prefer, like cashews are okay. I prefer peanuts though.
Yeah.
If you put a handful of everything in front of me, it's like I'm going right for the peanuts.
Yeah.
I'd rather have salted macadamias.
Well, that's, that's why you are you, weirdo. Weirdo. Somebody said that, how could you not like coconut is better than mayonnaise? Okay, try doing that. Try having a coconut sandwich, right? PB&J coconut, not happening. Not. So, but I just, Mounds is the best candy bar. What's Mounds? Which one's that? Is that
the one without the
that's
almonds?
the one with.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But I think it's got coconut.
It's nothing but coconut and chocolate.
Oh, I thought it was without
the almonds.
Oh, well, why would you even do that?
Yeah. Remember the jingle? Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't.
Oh, good God. That is just, that's a shameful thing for all of us out there. Shame. Kind of like
That's
Andy
taking
Ogles.
garbage and making it more garbage.
Yeah, that's it. You just put garbage on top of your garbage. That's what you did right there, people. What are you thinking? Speaking of shame and nuts, I guys want you to listen to this. I don't know if you reported on this. Ken and I were talking about it earlier.
Representative Andy Ogles is
First of all, that's all you need. Oh, God.
facing criticism today
He is?
after a tweet attacking Muslims. The Tennessee Republican posted on X this morning, writing, quote, "Muslims don't belong in American society. Pluralism is a lie."
What a turd.
Man.
Just a turd. Pluralism is a lie. Okay.
So is this a bill he is sponsoring?
No, it's just he wanted to put that out after that, almost attack.
Oh, okay.
He wants to make sure that everybody knows where he stands, in case you guys didn't know.
And where you should stand, of course.
Yes, white America. I mean, just the conservatives. Yeah, white America. Pretty much is where I was going with that one.
I thought he was pushing legislation.
Oh,
for
he
it.
would if he could. You know it. He's like, do you guys think I can get away with this?
Boy.
Yeah. So, do you guys think I can? No.
To his credit, Johnson wouldn't give that the time of day.
No. He wouldn't.
I believe we have other things to tackle.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. There's a lot of things. I don't even know what are you doing? Honestly, what are you doing? So, okay, just out of curiosity, pluralism doesn't work. So what about atheists? What about Catholics? Because they're not quite the same. What about Mormons?
Remember when there was a really big deal that we had a Catholic president for the first time?
Yeah.
And everybody was in shock?
Yeah. What about, here's one. What about the Jews? Or is it just the Muslims? What if the Muslims were all Norwegian? Would that change your mind? Oh, my Lord. Against Sharia law. Yeah, well, Sharia law is not legal, so there you go. And it's not going to
Sharia law is not law.
Yeah, it's not. It's not legal. It's not law. It's not here. And, it's again, just the insanity of something like that. And who's that for? Well, it's for several people. But just why? Why do that? Why? Because you're nuts is why. And you get a rise out of people. And you like it. It's not the first time. And, yeah, you know what? 7th century Islam is not compatible with any modern place on the planet. I agree with that 100%. So we can all agree on that. But just the way he does it is because, you and I were talking about it, guys. It's just this is for a certain group of people out there. There's no doubt about that. I was talking earlier about pot for potholes. I'm excited she brought it back. So Afton's bringing back pot for potholes, which is needed. Because it's not just, it's the entire state is a hot mess. I was looking at a bunch of different reports from all over. The Memphis, which apparently is the most depressing city in America, next to Detroit, we'll get to that later, is a mess. We're a mess everywhere with potholes. And the whole thought, it's just a common sense thing. You tax it 15%, you fix the roads, we move on. How hard is it? It's just, we'll have to, you're not going to do anything. That's the sad thing. At what point does common sense and mature Americans win out where we're like, you know what, we should just legalize this, move on, and we'll take that money and we'll put it towards schools and we'll get kids to read and we'll do whatever else. And we'll, of course, fix the damn potholes. Fix them. You know what you can fix them with? Almond Joys. That's what I would like. Something. Because this is a mess. But I'm glad that we're talking about, we need to, this is the way I've always thought. If you can't fix your potholes, it's hard to run pretty much anything else. Like, that should be the easiest fix of all. Unless you're California or like New York, where there's so much red tape that none of that stuff can ever get done. Then it's a nightmare.
There's a little stretch on Ellington Place where they have patched pretty big potholes. And I take this road every day, so I notice them all the time. And it's like fixed, giant pothole, fixed, pothole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did you stop? And why did you skip one?
I don't know. Like people are saying TDOT from from top down, all of it seems to be, everything seems to be a mess, and it shouldn't be, because there's fat contracts and no accountability.
Without taxation, how would we have roads? Not well, apparently.
Yeah, not well. You know, we're going to get to the grocery tax a little bit later. It's another one of those things where they're like, well, what do we do with the grocery tax? Or should we get rid of the grocery tax? Or should we do? Nobody wants to pay tax. We all understand that. We would love not to pay tax. It's great. Okay. But where do we get the money for stuff? Where do we get the money to pay $600,000 to Teresa over there at NES? Where do we get the money for things? It matters, right? We don't want an income tax. Great. But we also really don't want super high property tax. Understandable. But then we don't want grocery tax. Well, there's a lot of money that comes with the grocery tax. And then, so come up with something new. Pot's a perfect way. Tax the hell out of it. People be fine smoking it or doing whatever they're going to do with it.
People are fine smoking it.
Well, they are.
Because they are doing it anyway, even though it's illegal.
And seltzer in it is in it. What'd you have the other day? You had a seltzer the other day?
Yeah, Ken gave me one.
That was a lemon tea. Some sort of lemon tea.
Some sort of lemon tea.
Did you like it, Brother Bilal?
Oh, man, did he like it?
I don't remember it tasting like lemon.
It tasted, what it tasted, oh, man, it tasted like sweetness of heaven. I asked him, I said, you going to drink that here? He goes, dude, that'll knock me out.
I ended up drinking the whole thing in that evening, though.
Did you? Did it knock you out?
It helped. The whiskey didn't hurt either.
Take a little of the edge off?
Yeah.
Well, don't get any kratom, because then you'll be both up and down. You'll want to fall asleep and at the same time run around. Woo! Kratom, there we go. Just start charging extra for kratom. Whatever, something. But this, pot for potholes. I don't, it just goes back to the ridiculousness. If we can't fix our potholes, we have a serious problem. Serious problem. It's like the basic thing to do. It's like if you're playing baseball and you can't field a ball, we're going to have a tough time winning anything. And potholes should be simple and easy. All right, coming up, it is Hot Take Tuesday. You know how the hot takes work, guys. Hot takes work like this. Hot take, non-political, deliver it right to us. Okay? And we've got our hot takes coming up. That's coming up straight ahead. A bunch of other stuff on the way. Talk a little bit more about grocery tax, maybe a little bit about the war, maybe not. TSA travels, by the way, what a freaking nightmare that is. That is an absolute, I was talking to my buddy who is flying out from Dallas. He's like, I'm just going to drive. I'm going to drive because he's got to go over to Oklahoma. And he's like, it's just easier. It's because I can't, they're telling you to get there like 3, 4, 5 hours early sometimes in some areas. Can you imagine that?
Well, at least, government's consistent.
Well,
they make a mess of anything.
Yeah, and they're not paying anybody. And I don't blame them, right? After a couple of weeks, it's not like you're making, $600,000 a year, and if you missed a paycheck, everything would be okay. Unless you're living really large, Teresa. But, if you're living barely getting by, and I don't think they pay the TSA, you kind of get what you pay for. I don't think you're paying them big. Yeah, the struggle's real. So I can get why, they're what I heard somebody say, their stomach's empty and their gas is empty. So they better figure out a way to fuel themselves up. And it isn't going to be not getting paid to go to work. So very interesting. Talk about that. A bunch of other stuff on the way. Hot take straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Omaha Steaks, delicious, delivered right to you with the best of the best. 50% off site-wide right now at omahasteaks.com. Use my code Benson. On top of that, you're going to save an extra $35 off at checkout. We're talking about fillets, which are incredible. Last night, my wife, we have the Omaha Steaks burgers. She took them, she chopped them up, and she fried them. And next thing you know, boom, right into spaghetti sauce. It was the most amazing stuff. It is incredible what they have. And it's all 50% off, including their fillets wrapped in bacon, which I'm bringing the boys for their weekend of fun this weekend. You guys, I'm telling you, you want the best around at a price that's not going to break the bank with a 100% unconditional bite-for-bite money-back guarantee. It's Omaha Steaks. Now, you go to omahasteaks.com, use my code Benson, save 50% site-wide, and get $35 off at checkout. omahasteaks.com. Make sure you use code Benson, omahasteaks.com. Code Benson. See site for detailed terms may apply.
Couple of breaking stories we're watching right now. Looks like the NYPD bomb squad has been called out to the mayor's mansion, and authorities in Baltimore responding to an active shooter incident. These stories and more coming up at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
It's Tuesday. Love ourselves a little Tuesday. Enjoy ourselves. Every Tuesday, we give you guys a hot take about something. And it is non-political, right? Like, non-political. We don't do any politics on this. This is just fun, frivolity, and stirs the pot a little bit. We like to call this Hot Take Tuesday. Hot Take, Hot Take, Hot Take Tuesday. Oh, baby, Hot Take Tuesday. We're going to start with Bell because he already had one. He said that today. So I already got my hot take.
This one's very, very simple. If you are taking your trash out and the bag is not close to bursting, if you're stressing that it's going to just rupture on the way, you have it underfilled. That thing should be about to split wide open. Otherwise, you're wasting space and creating more plastic in the landfill.
I will tell you, we have a trash chute, and if I don't have to push it down and then sometimes think, oh my God, they get stuck, then I don't think I'm doing it right.
Do you take a broomstick with you?
Yeah. I'm not pushing it. I can't get it in. Yeah. And then down it goes. It's so awesome. Because you know what? Those things are supposed to expand. You got to use them all. I don't want the landfills to be, because next thing you know, seagulls are going to get caught with stuff on their face.
And
it's
they're
gonna be a
eating
hot mess.
plastic and all
Yeah.
that.
We don't like that.
You're
And
not
then
real conservative because you're not conserving the plastics.
And then it goes out into the ocean. And then what happens? Sometime we start consuming it and they find out all of our brains are full of little microplastics. We don't want that. We don't. All right, what you got for us, Ken?
The hardest part of working out is convincing your brain you're actually going to do it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
How's those New Year's resolutions, everybody?
Oh, those things are
They're
long
gone.
Long gone.
They were gone in January.
Long gone. And then you start going, well, you know what? I'm going to start again in February 1st. And then it was March 1st. And then you know what? Oh, my God, it's a Thursday. I'll start Monday.
Well, let's see. Spring isn't until the 21st. We'll start then.
Yeah. And it's like, what's the old saying about when's the best time to plant a tree? 25 years ago. When's the second best time? Today. Right, that's just it.
That's right.
When are you not going to work out? Today. You're not going to work out today. Why? Why would you? Could you have peanut butter, sit back and listen to us?
Oh, yeah.
God, peanut butter's so awesome.
Peanut butter with some vanilla ice cream.
Oh, Lord. I don't even know if you're allowed to have that. That's two things at once. That could be a nuclear bomb of tastiness in your mouth.
Yes, sir.
My hot take is I'm over my dogs. I'm not a dog person in an apartment.
Wow.
I'm not a dog person in an apartment. I'm not.
Poor little fellas.
I'll tell you what. You know why? Because here's the thing with kids, because they lie. Take care of the dog, Dad. Don't worry, Dad. I'll take him down, Dad.
You are onto something there.
So now
That's been true for how many centuries?
but here's the thing. If it was just one dog, it is one dog named Bowie. And we go back and forth. Because Bowie, you can't let him go out because he wants to fight everything, first of all. I don't know if you're wiener dogs that like this. He thinks everything. I got to fight. The whole world is the potential danger around you is too great. I must fight everything. So we have to plan it at certain times. And it drives me crazy. And I just don't think I'm serious. I'm like, I have never been more a cat person in my life than I am right now because our cat is awesome. And
Except when you try to feed it.
Yeah, except for he doesn't like salmon. But that's okay. I don't like salmon either. So that's what makes us best friends. But I tell my wife, it's the thing that drives me the most crazy. And then I'll go, why doesn't Lily? Well, Lily can't because she can't control Bowie. He's 14 pounds. How can he not be controlled? I want to push him in the trash chute. But I know he'd come back. And he's my daughter's. When COVID hit, and this is why I can't, because I know he's just not very bright and he wants to protect everybody. But when COVID hit, they asked us to come over and see if we could foster a dog. And they had a big dog that they needed fostering. We had a huge yard. And she was 2. She walked out of the car. She walked straight by 50 dogs. There was a puppy on the ground. She picked it up, and she's never let him go. So you can't say anything about Bowie, but he drives me crazy. And I am not a dog person. I'm a cat person or a capybara person. I would do a capybara.
Absolutely.
And I tell my wife this, a capybara and all these other things. Let me tell you why. Because at least with them, if I take a capybara for a walk and he's a little bit of a pain in the butt, it's a giant, huge guinea pig. People are going to go, that's cool. You know what they don't do with Bowie? They don't say that because he's just another dog. Damn dogs. Damn dogs. Oh, you. Hot take, dump trucks should only be able to operate at night.
I won't fight that.
No.
Yeah, there's something to that.
Yeah. Waldo's chicken is far superior than to the other chicken joint. So, 6173 says, I'm over my dogs. Cats are awesome. Yes, cats rule. In fact, right now, Gen Z men, first generation, they are not dog people. They are cat people. And part of that is because you're in an apartment and you also, if you want to travel and move around, you can leave. Like, this is the other thing. I'm 5 doors down from my studio is another, it's just a studio apartment. And that's actually, I can hear them sometimes barking down the hall.
Wow.
If you leave for 2 minutes, because dogs have no sense of time. It's like, I never thought you were coming back. So we figured this was it. We're going to have to eat each other.
If you're not there, you have disappeared.
You don't exist. You don't. Does Fritz do that with you guys?
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
Well, he does it with he does it with my wife.
Yeah.
I mean, he could not live without Jennifer. When she goes upstairs and leaves him downstairs, he is beside himself.
Yes.
Sometimes.
And my wife with her dog Red is the same thing. Without Bowie needs to know where everybody is, but without her, it would be over. He would probably just explode.
Yes.
So, and he's a designer dog. She always thinking, I'm going to get him and put him inside of a bag.
Hey, Chad.
Yo.
Real quick. 9550 and 6136, you're both banned from the text line for saying that coconut is good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sin. That's a sin. I don't know, that hot take. That was just evil. Talk about communism right there. I don't know about that. Oh, goodness me. So a lot of people are cat people, and that's good. Again, I have nothing against dogs, but I've decided I'm more of a cat and or a capybara person.
Well, and the cats are so much more low maintenance.
They are low maintenance. And our cat's very dog-esque. He loves to be pet and held all the time. All right, coming up, grocery tax, talk a little bit about that. The nightmare at TSA. And Jack White versus T Swift. Whoa. They tried to make something out of some, and it wasn't really meant to be that way. It wasn't. So we'll talk a bit about that, among other things. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. We are tracking the potential for severe weather tomorrow. Give you the full forecast. Latest details coming up in 5 minutes. Just saw on Fox News that the NYPD bomb squad was called out to the mayor's mansion. This looks like it's possibly in response, or rather part of the ongoing investigation from Saturday when 2 teenagers tried to set off some improvised explosive devices at a protest. An anti-Islam protest outside the mayor's office, the teenagers acting as counter-protesters. Authorities in Baltimore responding to an active shooter incident where both an officer and the suspected gunman were shot. Happened along the Park Heights Avenue in northwest Baltimore, where police are emphasizing that this does not involve any synagogue or religious property. And Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth today saying attacks on Iran are going to intensify.
Today will be, yet again, our most intense day of strikes inside Iran. The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes. Intelligence more refined and better than ever. So that's on one hand. On the other hand, the last 24 hours have seen Iran fire the lowest number of missiles they've been capable of firing yet.
Here in Tennessee, a bill to expand school vouchers from 25,000 to 40,000 families is advancing. House Bill 2532 clearing a House subcommittee today on a 5-3 vote. Next stop is the full House Education Committee. It gets a vote in the full Senate Education Committee tomorrow. And lawmakers taking up bills to cut grocery taxes in Tennessee. Democrats want to raise corporate taxes to pay for complete elimination of the tax on food, while Republicans want to cut taxes on produce without any tax increase to offset revenue losses. The Republican bill gets a hearing today, the Democrat plan next week. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Oh, kids, Wellness Institute Nashville wants to make sure that your back is feeling great and back. If you have any issues, go see Dr. Mitchell at the Wellness Institute. They're my doctors. They should be yours as well. Right now, 2026 special, 47% off non-surgical decompression, okay? So spinal decompression is the best you're going to find around, and they have so many things where they're just technologically, they're so far innovator. Dr. Mitchell has the new HydroWave machine, which is awesome. Use your own stem cells to help heal you, along with their knowledge. It's incredible. They're the only ones in Tennessee that have the HydroWave machine. So what are you waiting for? Now's the time. Put it to test. It is incredible. It really is. You want to talk about getting your back and feeling amazing? Don't live in pain. Get out of pain and do it with the Wellness Institute. Call them today, 615-246-5009, 246-5009. 47% off right now at the Wellness Institute of Nashville. You can visit painisbad.com, painisbad.com, or call 615-246-5009. Bow, bow, bow. What you got for us there, Bell?
$28.98 on the text line. Their hot take. Why can't I just go online and view a restaurant menu without having to sign up, choose a location, set up a payment option, provide a phone number or an email address? Not only is that the best hot take today, but I would say it should extend to anything on the web.
Yeah, like the
That's pretty good hot take.
That is a good hot take. It's I was going over the looking at the settlement for like Ticketmaster, Live Nation, and the frustration of if you're going to go to any venue now, right? So what doesn't matter how big or small it is, they have their own app. You got to download the stuff. It can't just be everything. It is infuriating. And by the way, that whole settlement is crap because most of the states are still going to continue to sue. I was looking at how much they own. There is nothing that is going to change. From 15%, from 20% to 15% is what they're going to knock their fee down. But they can do whatever else they want with price. So they could raise the price 10% on something and then add. I mean, you're still.
So they shift the fee. They don't actually get rid of it.
Yeah, they're not getting rid of it.
Well, and this one, the executive director of the Independent Outdoor Venues Association tells News 2 that the $280 million they agreed to pay, Live Nation makes that in 4 days.
4 days. So 4 days, and we're one of the states that are saying, no, we're not doing this,
Yeah.
right? Because it's just the frustration level of, first of all, everybody's trying to get you captured through their apps. And they want you, like, I went to a Vanderbilt baseball game. I had to download the app because I just couldn't have the tickets. My buddy couldn't send them to me in an email. Love you, Keith. And it's just the frustration level of everything has to be your app, this, that, and the other. And then you get nonstop barrage of crap, but you can still only go to use the venue, Ticketmaster or this. And they're going to let them use SeatGeek and Evan Bright use their stuff. It's just, they've got us captured. They have. And look, it's a brilliant idea, but we were just talking about this past week about the CVS thing, right? CVS gets to be their own benefits manager for the pharmacy, but they also get to be everybody else's? How's this work? How's this thing going to go negotiate when, it's just big business, man? I mean, look at the fact that they settled that yesterday. And they didn't even tell the guy who was the lead counsel for the Department of Justice that they settled the account. Shows you this lawsuit shows you everything you need to know about where the power is. It's all about the money.
I think that CVS, bill has a chance to actually make it through because it's something that it seems like a lot of Democrats and Republicans in the state are agreeing on.
Yeah. But exactly. And it's the pharmaceutical benefits manager. It's so weird that I just want to go over this, like, you have to go negotiate for me the price that I'm going to get. Couldn't I do that for myself? It's like you're a mediator for nothing that's happened, which adds a layer. Because what do you think? They're doing it for free? Oh, yeah, we do this for free because we care. Man, 4 days, that's all it takes to make that money?
That's what this fella said.
Jiminy Cricket, that's a lot of dollar bills, yo.
That's a whole bunch.
That is a ton.
Buy a lot of peanuts.
So they're making what? Almost $2 billion a week?
Sounds like it.
Ooh. And it doesn't
Well,
fix
you do have to remember, though, that's not strictly ticketing. That's merch, concessions, parking, all that stuff.
Yeah. Do they? Who? Yeah, they probably own the parking in a lot of those places because that's
without a doubt.
That's big money in parking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't believe me, what was that? Fargo. Go look at Fargo. That was all about parking. You got the parking place. Remember that? Then they put somebody in a wood chipper.
Yeah.
Of course.
It was the little guy.
See,
parking has always been an issue going back to the 80s that I remember. It's always been, quote unquote, too expensive. We used to do at KDF when I was there, we did carload concerts, whereas $10 to park the car, as many people as you could cram in it, and they all got in for $10 because that's how bad the parking issues were.
Yeah, that's just, well, even here, I mean, once a week, there's some sort of new thing about parking. Parking. I mean, we'd be charged for parking outside of our place now. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that.
You know that, Ken?
Yeah.
That little street right there, they charge for parking.
Yeah, they did that last month. There were across division here over by the BMI building.
Yeah.
All of those spaces are now paid parking spaces where you used to be able to just park there along the curb.
Yeah.
Well, they put signs up now. You got to pay.
And in front of Keith Urban's studio next to us, that's all paid parking now.
Yeah. Bet it's Keith that's probably doing it. I mean, I don't know, Keith, but I know that you split up with your lady and she made a little bit more money, so that's what I heard.
Yeah, the QR code just goes straight to Keith's bank account.
Just Venmoing him some money.
He's watching his Venmo by the hour. Oh, there's another $300.
Oh, goodness. Parking is great, though, isn't it? Well, when the Dodgers were sold, when the guy who ran the Dodgers in the ground before the new guys came in and had all the money in the world and said, we're going to spend whatever we need, his thing was, you're buying the team from me. His name's Frank McCourt. Oh, by the way, I'm going to keep the parking. And that was the big thing. Well, if you have 35,000 cars a night at $20 nightly, it's pretty good money if you can get it. That's pretty damn good money. Absolutely. I wonder what would he charge here? So, because next year it's going to be interesting. Because like when I drive, when I first moved out here, I'd go play pickleball, and I drive by the stadium on Sundays, and they park all over the place, because and now that they're building the new stadium, it's going to be even less parking at the stadium.
the people that own Geodis want to get rid of the Nashville Speedway to put in parking. That's some valuable real estate right there. And if you're going to take that real estate and turn it into a lot, it's because you're going to make a lot of money on parking.
You're going to make a lot of money at the lot, is what we're trying to say. Yes, Frank McCourt, the worst person ever. Hot take, air travel is already a hassle. You know what? Yeah, I've been watching. So we were debating. My son was going to come out here. Wasn't going to come out here because he's also at that age where he kind of went hanging out with his friends. He's got his motorcycle. And this is they want to zip around, and I understand that. But the waits right now are so ridiculous. People are getting stuff canceled left, right. People are showing up 5 hours before they're telling some people, get here.
Yeah.
And they're there, and they were interviewing this lady today on CBS Morning News or whatever. She goes, I was worried about 2 hours ago that we weren't going to get to our plane, but it looks like, but finally we're indoors because they were waiting outside just to get in through the TSA in Atlanta.
This is why I tell you over and over again, corporate charter.
Yeah, we got to be doing that.
Well, after we catch our tuna.
Yeah, that's it. We got to catch that tuna, man. God, that's
Maybe we use the charter and then catch the tuna.
Maybe we do. Maybe we do, right? Because what we could do is we could fly around the ocean, find out where the exact spot is.
With a big net.
With a big net. We'll catch the tuna. Then we'll put it on our hook and pretend like we actually caught it.
Look at here.
Yeah.
What'd you catch it on, worm?
Worm, that's it. Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler. It was cool, though. We cheated a little bit because we put some air in it, just so it
Smear peanut butter on it.
Oh, my God. Jason said he went to AC/DC at Nissan, $100 to park across the street.
Goodness.
God.
Well, and that was probably only 25% of the ticket.
So.
And it was probably just because it was AC/DC.
Yeah, probably. Those parking tickets are $97 to Metro meter maids. Whew, how do you know? It says SBO, I know. God, that's just great money, though. It is. I mean, everywhere you're looking around, somebody's trying to add, even if it's one space, they're like, you know what? I'm going to charge you for this. Well, New York, have you seen what people do in New York? They'll spend, somebody sold their, I think it was last year, they sold their parking space in New York for $1 million.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
Think about that. $1 million for a parking space. It shows you there is absolutely no parking anywhere. Although yesterday, because I watch, I don't know if you guys were out, every once in a while watching TikTok, they were in Florida at the Porsche. So they have an Aston Martin building, which is an apartment building, and a Porsche building. And you don't have to have a Porsche to go there, but it's an apartment building. 35th floor, there's a 2-car garage. You get in, you drive your car in, and it takes you up to your floor.
Elevator?
Mm-hmm. And your car stays up there with you. And I'm like, oh, that's how the other half lives. I don't know how many tunas we're going to have to catch for that, boys, but I think that would be cool. Park my Pinot in there.
I was reading a story about Vince Neil's house. I think this is the one in Vegas where he had a 7-car garage.
Yeah.
And it wasn't flat. It was elevated. He'd drive one of the cars up onto an elevator, it would lift it up, drive the other car underneath it, and then do that like.
Oh, I've seen those. So cool. Like was it the Carvana?
Carvana, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. The Jason, by the way, said he would sell his kidney for $1 million. We've talked about that. I think, if you can get what you get for your organ, I got no problem with that.
Well, and he already sold one.
Well, dialysis. Would you do the dialysis all the time for $1 million? Until you can find something new? Probably. Like
In the mid '80s, when I was working at Ticketmaster part time.
Oh, you're part of the problem.
I am part of the problem.
What was it like then?
It was a phone center, so people would just call in, and I mean, literally, you take their credit card number, you tell them where their tickets are, if they want best available or specific or whatever. It was boring. It was a boring phone job, but when I would get in each morning, if you were in before 9, parking all day was 50 cents.
Whoa,
50 friggin' cents.
58 hours. Now it's like you go to places and it's like it's $5 for the first. You're there for 3 minutes. The first 3 minutes are free, and then the meter's running. And you just every time you go to B&A, we go to drop off the kids. We're like, all right, Jack, good luck, bye, have a wonderful life.
Kick him out the door.
I hope your plane isn't delayed. Call us if it is. Bye. His mom's probably listening. Oh my God, no, we don't do that to him. But He wouldn't mind. He was like, whatever. He was like me. I'm like, I get over it. Whatever, Dad. I know he really wants to stay, and we were talking last night, but I'm like, I don't know if I want him to, because the flights are looking at. He's gonna have to get there at like 5:30 or 6 in the morning, and the flight leaves at 8.
Corporate charter.
Corporate charter. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Corporate charter might be the way to go. Coming up, miserable cities in America. One of them's here in Tennessee. What? I know, right? We'll talk about that, among other things. Chad Benson, Super Talk, 997. All right. Relief Factor is incredible. I take it every single day. You've got aches and pains in your body, and you're like, oh, this just sucks. Sometimes it's just getting old, right? A listener, Brian, listened to me for a long time, decided to try it. He did a lot of physical work, a lot of construction, physical work, carpenter. He said I was going to have to basically put away the tool belt and be more of a manager, and I didn't want to do that. It was going to make him miserable. He tried Relief Factor, changed everything. He said 90% of his pain was gone within a few weeks. That can be you. It's naturally formulated. It's going to make it 3 fatty acids. There's resveratrol, all this amazing stuff. It focuses on the pathway, especially when there's inflammation in your muscles and your joints. And this is kind of everyday inflammation, just life. Try it now. It's a 3-week quick start. You're not going to be disappointed. I take it every single day. My wife takes it every single day. It has been a life changer for her as well. Go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com. We'll call 800-4-RELIEF, 800, the number 4-RELIEF for Relief Factor.
Sniper fire in Baltimore. This story and more coming up at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Good God, it's all happening.
Yep.
Bomb squads, sniper fire. Nobody's fixing the damn potholes.
Yeah, I think that bomb squad call out to the mayor's mansion there in New York City, I think that's just kind of it's part of the ongoing investigation from what happened
like maybe
Saturday.
they snuck something around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all, every time you turn around, something new is, and then you start thinking, is it obviously a cell? Like, do we have some
Right.
sort of, I was talking to my buddy today, and my client, who's my military expert, but he was telling me, like, two of his good friends are in the FBI, and I've talked to a couple of my friends who are in intelligence stuff, and they say the cells are easier to catch than a lone wolf, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who just twist off and does something, because cells are like human beings. They got to talk. And talking's what gets them caught.
Got to communicate.
Got to communicate. They're not doing carrier pigeon. So, they worry more about the lone wolf, and I could see that, activating a cell, if you will, I think would be way harder, especially if there's, because after 9/11, everything changed because there was so much hubris and nobody paid attention and nobody wanted to share information. That doesn't happen now. By the way, just to let you guys know, happiest place in America is Fremont, California. Happiest place.
I don't believe it.
Followed by Bismarck. Followed by Scottsdale, Arizona. Very nice, by the way.
I've heard that is real nice.
Scottsdale's very nice. You don't go to Scottsdale's very nice.
I bet you they got charter jets there.
They have they have their own little airport there. They do. Overland Park, Kansas is always up here.
Interesting.
Irvine, California.
I don't believe
Gilbert,
it.
Arizona, which is right next to Scottsdale. Chandler, Arizona, which is right next to Scottsdale. But the worst, most saddest, most depressing, we're 133, by the way, Detroit and Memphis. Memphis.
2 pigsties run by Democrats.
Yeah, suck. Just absolute stank. You just put some stank on Memphis. Just put some stank on Memphis. Memphis is depressing, too, by the way. That is also another thing. But Detroit wins it all. They have the least amount of sleep in Detroit, and they have one of the highest depression rates.
It's hard to sleep, and there's a lot of gunshots going off.
I know. And Knoxville, by the way, has the second highest depression.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's surprising.
That is surprising.
It was Minnesota football team. I don't know. Sports participation. I'm surprised Texas has a lot of but Burlington, Vermont, Seattle, Scottsdale, again. Suicide rate, Casper, Wyoming. Like, look at these. Juneau, Rapid City, Colorado, Missoula, all very cold and dark for a long time.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Work hours, Scottsdale. It ain't free to live there, kids, is what we're saying. Oh, lordy. All right, coming up. Hour number 2 of the program. We got our hot takes, bunch of other stuff. Going to get Ken's got the news. Is there a sniper in Baltimore? What the hell's going on out there? Probably touch a little bit on what's going on in the war as well. And we'll get to the grocery tax, among other things. Chad Benso, Super Talk 997.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Give you the details on what we know about the potential for severe weather tomorrow. Sniper fire in Baltimore. Reports say a police officer was shot in the Park Heights Avenue. Officers on scene report taking sniper fire from a home and used parked cars for cover. Police say the injured officer taken to a hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg. The suspect was also shot, the public being urged to avoid the area. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says attacks on Iran are going to intensify today with the following objectives in mind.
1, destroy their missile stockpiles, their missile launchers, and their defense industrial base. Missiles and their ability to make them. 2, destroy their Navy. And 3, permanently deny Iran nuclear weapons forever. It's a laser-focused, maximum authority mission delivered with overwhelming and unrelenting precision.
Hexit says the last 24 hours have seen Iran fire the lowest number of missiles they've been capable of firing so far. Right now at the State House in Tennessee, a proposal to grow the Education Freedom Scholarship Program from 25,000 vouchers to 40,000 vouchers advanced today. It passed a House Education Subcommittee by a 5-3 vote. Goes to the full House Education Committee. Channel 4 says a Senate version gets a vote tomorrow in the full Education Committee there in the Senate. Lawmakers taking up bills to cut grocery taxes. Democrats want to raise corporate taxes to pay for complete elimination of the tax on food, while Republicans want to cut taxes on produce only without any tax increase to offset the revenue loss. The Republican bill gets a hearing today, the Democrat plan next week. And the antitrust case against Live Nation took an unexpected turn when federal prosecutors reached a $280 million settlement and then stepped out of the trial. National Independent Venue Association Executive Director Stephen Parker telling News 2 states were not given enough time to review the details.
That is the equivalent. $280 million is the equivalent of 4 days of revenue in 2025.
Now, Tennessee and several other states want the judge to declare a mistrial and begin again. The heads of the nation's biggest robo-taxi companies are in Washington today to make their pitch for expanding their services into new markets. ABC's Jim Ryan says the meeting with regulatory officials follows a spate of safety-related incidents in cities that already have autonomous rideshare vehicles.
A widespread power outage in San Francisco in December set social media on fire.
This Waymo has blocked the entire intersection.
And after a mass shooting in Austin last week,
Waymo, come on!
first responders were blocked by confused autonomous taxis. But today, the heads of Waymo, Zoox, and Aurora will meet with the head of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, who says he wants to remove regulatory barriers to robo-taxi services, quote, while maintaining strict safety oversight. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
By the way, Waymo's operating driverless throughout Nashville, though not yet on the interstates. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Happy Hot Take Tuesday. Sports program brought to you by NCA National Certified Alarms and Long-Term Contracts. License number 645. Ken, we might have some weather tomorrow. That's all I know. Did you guys know that?
Yes, sir.
We might have some swirling weather, right?
Could be some tornadoes involved. I mean, that's how it always is in Middle Tennessee. You get severe weather, there is the potential for tornadoes. We're at a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather tomorrow, but that is on the lower end of the scale. However, can't rule it out.
Okay, we don't want to rule it out.
So far, the timing, tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening.
91% chance, according to the Weather Channel, of rain tomorrow with lightning. Did you see, though, 77 tomorrow? Did you see what Monday's supposed to be?
Yeah.
39 degrees.
Told you.
Sin.
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
No reason to celebrate that. I was telling Brother Murphy about that yesterday.
Yeah. You get excited and you're like, what?
Brother Murphy, he says the cold weather's done.
No. I don't think the cold weather's done, but 39, 43, 52. I mean, it's not snow. So we're not looking at the ice. Thank God, right, Teresa? Oh, God, that would be horrible. Useless. Absolutely useless. We want to get rid of the tax. We want to get rid of a lot of taxes. Lots of tax. Like, anytime we get rid of taxes, we need to get rid of taxes. And when I look at...
We should treat taxes as diseases, and the more we get rid of, the better.
Absolutely.
Which I'm fine with, except for how do we pay for stuff? Do we make everything a toll road?
Well, I'm okay if it pays for stuff that I want.
Yeah. You know, I've always wondered, just one year, wouldn't you like to say, all right, here's the deal, everybody. With your taxes, the IRS is going to allow you to check the boxes of where you want your money to go. I would like to see that because I have a feeling halfway through and they're like, nope, we can't tell everybody. We got to tell everybody they wanted more weapons or they wanted more, Social Security or they wanted more. Because if everybody put down where they wanted their money to go, I bet people would choose things that most people wouldn't think of.
My first choice would be back in my pocket.
Yes. Well, no, but it has to go to something. We're giving you the chance to at least pick that.
And as far as toll roads, I'd rather have toll roads because then I'm only paying for the roads I use.
Public safety and infrastructure.
Yeah, absolutely. Infrastructure. Pot for potholes. It's not a bad thing. By the way, just because you might like this, say, well, I want our potholes fixed, but if we have pot, that means that I have to smoke. You don't have to smoke it. You don't. I don't do drugs. I am a teetotaler, as they would say back in the day. And I don't do it, but I don't care that somebody else does. I don't care if they want to have a gummy. And if that means that one bite into the gummy or a seltzer that Belle can just relax at home with at night means that we can drive down the street without our tires popping, I'm good with that. Who shouldn't be?
I'm good with taxes on if feminine hygiene products were free across the country.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about that.
I got no problem with that.
Taxation is theft.
I got the pink tax. Yeah, I have no problem with that. I mean, again, those
diapers too.
Oh yeah, diapers. Absolutely.
Anything I like should be tax-free.
Not you. You don't get a count. Because you're going to be like, all right, here's the deal. Cocoa Pebbles and whiskey and seltzers and some gummies. Outside of that, I really
Video
care what
games.
What? Oh, video games. You
Cable
only play
TV.
one damn video game.
Cable TV. Gasoline.
Gasoline. Yeah. And, I think it was Sandra or somebody said earlier about the taxes. The problem is, like when they bring the lottery in, they tell everybody, oh, it's going to go to the schools, or it's going to go to this, that, and the other. And then what happens? Bunch of money gets in there, and then the politicians come in, and they move it over to the general account. And then it disappears. And it happens state to state. California, a few years ago, had to raise their taxes on their gas an extra $1. Why? Because the money that was supposed to be for the roads that comes from registration and all this kind of stuff, where did it go? It went to cover all the unfunded liabilities for the retirements. You have to make sure that whatever we do with the money also needs to be put into a airtight, lockdown, can't touch it, can't rate it for pet projects crap. Like no tax on whiskey.
Well, that's impossible, though, because anything that the legislature legislates, they can undo.
Yeah.
So if they say this money can only be earmarked for this project, all they have to do is come back the next session and go, this money can be earmarked for anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and therein lies the problem because they all want to do, like there's, we were going to get to it today, but we'll get to it tomorrow. There was just a new big contract handed out for, Metro Nashville schools. And it was a no-bid $3 million deal. Why? Well, somebody who had left one of the school boards that ends up going to work for this place and all that. There is so much incestuousness going on. We need to check. I mean, the amount of money we waste, the amount of money that's spent on stuff that doesn't need to be spent on like the after action report for NES. What do you think? That's free? Somebody owns something. It's not like the guy goes, you know what? Just write it up and I'll take a peek at it.
Yeah, Bredesen ain't volunteering his time.
God, no. I mean, we need to figure out how we spend it wisely. It used to, like if you're brokers, certain brokers out there, fiduciary responsibility, meaning if they're handling people's money, they have a fiduciary responsibility to protect it, to do the right thing with it. You know who doesn't have that? Our government. They have no fiduciary responsibility. Spend it, print it, we don't care.
The cookie jar is always full.
Always full until it isn't. Until it isn't. And that's the thing that so frustrating. But I would love to see it just 1 year. Everybody gets both at the state level, right? And at the federal level. You get to decide where your money goes and see how that would work with people. Because I think politicians, just like with a lot of the other things, would be surprised where they think their money would go. Where do you think the money would go? So at the state level, if we were to tell people that, where do you think the money would go? You could choose. Do you think it goes to infrastructure? Police? School? Healthcare? I mean, where would you like to see your money go? How many people are all right paying down the debt? And you could pay extra, by the way, Bell, just to let you know.
Actually, anybody can, including the people that are constantly screaming that we should be taxed more. You know what? You jump on the bandwagon first. You cut a check, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so frustrating. So now we want to get rid of the grocery tax, and I love, like, what Ken said there, like diapers. In particular, especially amongst kids, young people who have had children, anything we could do to make it easier. We want to entice people to have kids. Got to make it a little bit, less expensive. It shouldn't be more money to send your kid to preschool or to after schools than to send them to college.
Yeah.
Hey, did your kid graduate from college? Nope, but check it out. Look at this right here. Graduated from Mrs. Johnson's Fun Town. That cost me $80 grand.
With a 3.1.
Yeah. That cost me $80 grand.
He got blue stars for being a good partner in cleaning up the toy box.
That's right. And took his nap quietly.
And was always sharing his snacks.
Always sharing his snacks. Always. I mean, and I know that what's the new thing they're working on? That you can only have so many 1,000 feet from each other. Really? Put as many as you want. Open up a strip mall. Help people out. Put 50 of them in there.
That's what I don't understand. It's like, why are we so afraid of competition?
Well, we're not. But see, what happens is when those things were probably first put into play, what do you think happens? People come in and they kind of lobby that we should only have so many next to each other because it's my business and I don't want so many close to me.
They don't want competition.
Yeah, but they didn't, this is years ago. But yeah, who cares if there's 3 in the same damn strip mall? Oh, there's a Gymboree and there's a this and there's a, who cares? We need more. We make everything so ridiculously hard and we waste money. I mean, I was reading about, the $4.2 million awarded to try to help bring in foster parents. Didn't bring any new foster parents. Basically stayed the exact same level. Why? Because of bureaucracy and crap, and they make everything ridiculously hard. It doesn't move us forward. It doesn't. So I'm with...
And who's the clown that's running DCS here?
Oh, God, we forgot her. What was her name? Clown? I like that. I don't think that's her real name, though. I think there's a different name than Clown.
Yeah.
That's her
Margie
maiden name.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Margie Quinn goes into the same box as Teresa Boreals Applin.
Yeah.
You are apparently not qualified to do this job and need to quit.
Yeah. And I did the story of them wanting to put kids in, juvenile detention. And the amount of people said, yeah, I think constitutionally, I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Just throw kids in there. Well, this kid could be a problem one day. Does he get time off for good behavior? So, like, if you get caught, can you, like, oh, you know what? Take it off what I've already served. But we just need a better stewards of money. I've never seen a group of people at the federal level, city level, across the country who just don't seem to care.
But to quote Milton Friedman,
Yep.
No man spends someone else's money as carefully as he spends his own.
Correct. Now, you you were talking about, well, we'll keep all of our own toll roads. Like, they have a lot of that in Florida. Like, every road is a toll road in Florida.
Yeah, but a toll road, if you're using it, you're going to pay more for that road. If you're not using it, you're going to pay nothing for that road.
Yeah.
And that is about as equitable as it can get.
Yeah. Well, what they say is, well, it's not fair because somebody who makes $20,000 a year and somebody makes $1 million a year, you guys are paying the same damn thing. That's unequal. But,
you're using the road the same amount.
You don't know that. Maybe the person who's on the Ferrari is using every second of the day.
Well, then he's paying more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know because I've driven on their roads. Man, their toll roads are everywhere. But it goes back to, once again, what is the best way to do this? Because getting rid of all the taxes, which sounds amazing, we're then all going to say what? Well, why don't we have, as Ken said, where's our first responders, right? Where's this, where's that? These certain things we want, but there should be some damn accountability. We can't even get accountability for somebody sucking at their job. That's insane.
Well, Chad, if we start expecting people to be held accountable, we're going to have trouble filling these jobs.
No, $600,000. Trust me, you could get all three of us for $200,000. We'll do it each. You good, Ken? You good with that? $200,000? You can run NES. You run the N.
I'll do it for 150.
Bell will run the E, and then I'll run the S. Each one of us will wear a shirt that says
Ken's not listening, so we put him in charge of trimming the canopy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Coming up, it is Hot Take Tuesday. We got some hot takes. By the way, last hour we got a lot of hot takes. A lot of
some good ones, too.
In fuego takes. You guys remember how hot takes work? All right, hot takes works like this. Not political. We got enough political stuff throughout the day on the station. We try to have fun with a bunch of different things. And we try to keep it local and have fun with the politics there. But let's do the in fuego of hot takes, silliness, wackiness, craziness. By the way, when I said I hated the Dead, I got some good text messages from my some other listeners out there who also agree with the Grateful Dead. It's been dead a long time, but not long enough. Oh, Chad.
That's just horrible.
Super Talk 99.7. All right, guys, Bulwark Capital would love to talk to you. In times like this over the last couple of days, they're smiling. Why? Because they'd set themselves up for movements in the market like this, including things like gold, like oil. And that could be you. If you're in a position where your investments are retirement or just in mutual funds, you're not quite sure, and they're just kind of growing, take control and get a second opinion with my friends at Bulwark Capital. They're not going to steer you wrong. They're amazing. They really are. My buddy Zach Abraham is the chief investment officer over there. And, he talks about the fact that being active managers, having that fiduciary responsibility to pay attention to make sure they do the absolute right thing, it's all about first and foremost risk management. And then it's about what can they do through their value investing, common sense to get you the most for your money and where you want to be with your retirement. So why don't you do this? Get a free Know Your Risk review when it comes to your portfolio. You can sign up at KNOW. That's knowyourriskpodcast.com, knowyourriskpodcast.com for Bulwark Capital's Know Your Risk Portfolio Review. Investment advisors served off through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past performance, not guarantee future results. Trek 2647.
All right, got a crash over on the East Loop going westbound there at Shelby Avenue. And then in Laverne, a crash down 24 eastbound at Old Hickory Boulevard South. Glencliff, a crash 40 westbound at Spence Lane. And in Antioch, got a disabled vehicle in the right lane, 24 westbound near Harding Place. Sniper fire in Baltimore. We'll get you the latest on that coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Absolutely. I was just looking at that. The hell's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, every Tuesday, we take a deep breath, and we have to get it out. This hot take, this take that drives us crazy, but it has nothing to do with politics and all to do with just everyday life. Hot take, hot take, hot take Tuesday. Oh,
It's a hot take.
it is a hot take. We're going to start with young Ken. Ken, what do you got for us?
The hardest part of working out is convincing your brain you're actually going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody, unless you hurt yourself, nobody goes, man, that was the worst thing. I'm so stupid that I worked out. You feel great, right? You feel like, oh my God, I could have a salad right now. I mean, I won't,
Absolutely.
but I could.
I could have a salad with a whole bunch of cheese in it and a Diet Coke.
It's like, do you remember that Real Men of Genius? Remember that?
Yes.
So did you ever hear when they did the taco salad one? They're
Yes.
like, man, you think it's a salad, so it must be good, but it's 1,800 calories. Oh, so true. So
Yeah, once
true.
you put all the stuff in it, it's you might as well have just gotten a hamburger.
Might as well, right? You know?
With extra grease.
Yeah.
But the difference is, with the salad, if you don't get the fries, that's kind of a win. With the burger, you know you're going to get the fries, which is really just a potato salad.
Well, in my world, the burger is kind of superfluous. The whole point of the meal is the fries.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I since I've been working out a little bit more and trying to eat better, I've foregone the fries. I'll take a couple.
Last hour, you were talking about how much peanut butter you're shoveling in your face.
Because
That's
and now
protein.
you're
Protein, and it's good, and it's for working out
whatever.
stuff.
Liar.
It's for working out. It's which is better, a fry or a piece of peanut butter that I took and it's gorgeous right there.
just as bad as each
Yeah,
other.
because the sugars are natural.
Yeah, that's right. And right, guns out, funds out. My hot take is this, guys. I am not an apartment dog person, and quite frankly, I've decided I'm more of a cat person, period, case closed. And the reason isn't that mostly because of my dog, Bowie, but he drove me crazy even when we had our house out in Arizona when he would just go outside.
So even if you buy a house here, this isn't going to change.
No, because he barks at everything.
Okay.
And it's little dogs. Does Fritz bark at everything?
No, he will bark sometimes he'll bark at other dogs. The one thing that he always barks at is if somebody rings the doorbell. He will bark then.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, not much.
I don't, again, my dogs are, first of all, I think they're insane. And part of that is my wife, because they hang out all day together. They can't be left alone for more than 2 minutes. Even when my wife and them will go do something, they'll go on a little field trip or something, and I'll be down the hall working. I can hear them. And by down the hall, remember, I have my apartment, and then we rented another studio apartment for my studio, for my show, and all the other stuff we do. I can hear
Down the
them.
hall and around a corner.
Yeah, I can hear them. Arr, 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 arr. And then you walk in, you're like, oh my God, I never thought you were coming back. I never thought, do you guys, I can't believe you're here. I can't believe you're here.
I was almost starved to death.
Yes, we were going to eat each other. We didn't know what to do because they're driving me crazy. And I'm a cat. I like cats. Cats are easier. They're easy because you could leave for 3 days, put some food and some water, and then see you later. That's so cool. You can't do that with dogs. You can't even leave the dog for 5 minutes. Like you said, Ken, your wife goes upstairs. It's over.
Oh, yeah. To Fritz, she's disappeared.
Yeah.
She's gone.
She doesn't exist.
She may not come back.
Yeah, I go to leave in the morning and I say goodbye to the cats and they look at me like, get the hell out.
Get the hell out. Yeah, we got stuff to do. We're going to go on and be hackers like we normally are. What do you got for us, young Bill?
If you are taking your trash out and the bag that you are carrying it in is not about to rupture, it's not full enough. You are wasting plastic by not having enough garbage in your garbage bag when you take it out. It should be close to just exploding.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, first of all, don't waste the energy to do it. That's also a good thing, right? Be as lazy as possible. That's also part of it. But those things are supposed to expand. You want to make sure you fill them all up because, like you said, you don't want the landfills full of all kinds of crap, right? And then that plastic's going to get out there, and the more plastic, what happens? The more plastic gets in our brains. We don't want that, guys.
And it kills the turtles.
And it kills the turtles, just like the cocaine straws that never kill the turtle because they listen to a 10-year-old Canadian kid. Bunch of idiots. I have, for any of you guys listening who've been out to California and they give you one of those straws that are made of paper, good God.
Give it back.
Yeah. I'm like, this is stupid. No, because they're useless. I mean, it's paper. When it gets wet, what do you think happens to it? It just falls apart. Why?
In your beverage.
Yeah, because some kid said every turtle in the ocean currently has what, a cocaine problem? Well, I have yet to see a turtle with a straw in its nose. Ever.
I have. It was gross.
What is it doing in there? Oh, you had a problem.
It was stuck in there, and they literally had to grab a pair of pliers and yank it out.
That's AI. Don't listen.
And there
to
was
that.
also a plastic fork in one time.
Yeah. Well, don't say that, dude. Next thing you know, we're going to have to eat everything with our hands. You're ruining it.
I wish that had been the case when I was a kid, so I could just look at my mother and go, government said I had to.
I wish I could have done it. I just said, can't eat peas with your hands.
Yeah, that's right. Can't. That's, first of all, no. Secondly, there are no lima beans. I'll tell you that right now. My dog barks at everything but a squirrel. That's right. Oh, yeah, my dog will bark at everything, but if actually a human being came in the house to attack us, they would then cower. I do believe Christy Nome is available for dog sitting. That is a hard no. And anyway, she's getting ready to defend America with the shields. Duh.
Her and Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury. He's got the one eye, right?
Yep, got a patch.
Who's the other guy that was the goofy guy that was part of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Was always in the shows and stuff.
He got killed, didn't he?
Did he?
Like one guy got killed that was with
Coulter?
Nick. May have been.
Was that his name?
I think so.
Yeah, he was just kind of a super kind of very straight-laced kind of dude.
Yeah, but they brought him back to life from the movies. I don't think the movie division approved the TV division killing him off.
Yeah, well, the TV division's killing off a lot over there. New hot take, paper straws are better for cocaine. There you go. Okay. I didn't say it. That wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Just use a $100 bill.
Yeah, old school. That's old school right there, Ken. All right, coming up.
Either that or a receipt.
Receipt. Take that back to Best Buy. CompuServe. Was that CompuServe?
Serve. That was what was that? A mid-90s web.
Yeah.
Wasn't a browser or website.
It was something like that, though. Yeah. So trying to explain to my kids some of these things. They used to have to get something from Yahoo or in a CD-ROM. Remember that? Your free minutes on CD-ROM so you get on the internet back in the day. Woo-wee. Coming up, a lot of stuff still to talk about. Maybe I'll touch a little bit on the war. Pot for potholes. Somebody just asked me about the pot for potholes. They're saying, really, you guys are hammering the Grateful Dead, yet you want pot to pay. I don't want pot to pay for the grocery tax. I want to pay for the potholes. Okay? God. Speaking of pot.
I just want the potholes available so we can grow pot in them.
Oh, that'd be interesting, too. You'd drive different on the roads, wouldn't you? A little slower. Chad Ben's Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Tell you about the potential for some severe weather tomorrow. Baltimore police investigating an active shooter situation after an officer was shot in the leg this afternoon in northwest Baltimore. The gunfire came from a home. Officers forced to take cover behind parked cars. The wounded officer taken to the hospital. No update on his condition. Police confirmed the suspect was also shot. They're asking people to steer clear of the area there. It's the Park Heights Avenue neighborhood there in Baltimore. Operation Epic Fury, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says today will be the most intense attacks on Iran since the campaign started. And the last 24 hours, he says, have seen Iran fire the lowest number of missiles they've been capable of firing yet. As for when it all ends,
the aftermath is going to be in America's interests, our interests. We won't live under a nuclear blackmail scenario of conventional missiles that can target our people. which is why the objectives have been scoped from the beginning.
Expanding Tennessee school voucher program legislation passed out of a House subcommittee today over at the State House. The proposal increases voucher availability from 25,000 to 40,000 students statewide at a cost of more than $100 million more dollars. And as lawmakers revisit the idea of cutting Tennessee's 4% grocery tax, the debate has shifted to how the state would make up for the lost revenue. House Majority Leader William Lambert says they won't support any measure that raises taxes on businesses.
And I can go on and on of the taxes that we've cut, and we're still able to make sure that teachers are getting raises and state employees are getting raises and roads are getting paved.
Well, the Democrat plan aims to eliminate the grocery tax altogether by imposing higher taxes on large companies.
It's very nerdy, but worldwide combined reporting and a corporate minimum tax. Both of those things have been instituted in states like Texas.
That is State Rep Afton Bain. By the way, the Republican plan to cut the grocery tax on produce only gets a hearing today. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
All right, guys. Should you talk to my friends over there at Beacon Capital Management? They're going to give you a free, personalized financial consultation. It's not going to cost anything. You can visit beaconcm.com or call 615-488-9303. With that comes it's a whole host of things. The Beacon does everything, right? Whether it's your taxes, your health care, long-term care, which I remind everybody, the importance of that in today's world as we live longer and sometimes not always, what you hope it to be. But make sure you're taken care of there. They can do estate planning as well as tax planning. They can help you out with the One Big Beautiful Bill. There's a lot of opportunities in there for you to be able to cut down that tax burden. So whether you're worried about outliving your money, or maybe you're worried about several other things, or you just like to get a second opinion, a conversation with somebody who can do all of these things, Beacon has you covered. For your free, personalized financial consultation, call Beacon at 615-488-9303. 615-488-9303. You can check them out online at beaconcm.com. Beaconcm.com for Beacon Capital Management. This is a paid placement. Quick reminder, tomorrow's One Hit Wonder Wednesday. Get your one hit wonder in. What will it be? What will it be?
Hey, it's our first time
For
using the belt.
That's right. I got the rules. I'm going to kind of go over them next hour, get everything ready, because there is a belt, thanks to Dr. Mitchell.
I'll bring the belt in there so you can show it on camera.
So I'm excited for that. By the way, California, just to let you guys know, it's $8 for gas in California.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
$8 for gas, of which it's only $2.50 for gas. The other $5.50 is taxes.
Yeah.
Well, they're all rich millionaires out there. They can afford it.
Oh, God. $8. How's that working for you? Somebody hit me up yesterday on the text line. A few people go, we going to get stickers like they had with Biden where it was pointing? He goes, I did that because everywhere I went in California and in Arizona, there would be those stickers on the gas pumps going, I did that.
The Newsom stickers are already in existence.
Good. I mean, he didn't.
But you got to remember, though, this is not accidental in its attempt to raise money or in the social engineering it's trying to create, because there is a deadline to stop selling gas cars.
Yes.
And they want people to feel the pain so it's less painful for them to go and get a electric car.
Yeah. And then the thing is, they enticed people for years to get an electric car and to do solar. And then what happened is, once everybody started doing that, because they gave them things where if you had an electric car, you could drive in the carpool lane and never had to worry about being pulled over. They enticed people to do that. And then when they did that, after a while, they started to go, we're losing all this revenue because people aren't buying gas and we're living off the gas revenue. So, be careful.
Now we need to track your car and we'll charge you by the miles you drive.
Oh, God, dude, I'm waiting for that. Oregon tries that all the time. Like, they're always trying to figure out how they can get that. Don't worry, we're just going to put this thing on your car. It's going to be great. You're going to drive around. We're just going to track your miles.
Don't worry, I'm going to rip the thing off the car right after you put it on.
Wow, this car's like a tree. It doesn't move a lot. Oh, lordy. Speaking of driving.
This Wednesday marks Cannabis Day on the Hill here in...
Did you know they had Cannabis Day on the Hill?
I had no idea.
Which hill?
The hill.
Our hill.
Our hill. It's called High Hill.
Hopefully. Did Afton do that? Is that her?
No. It's guys, you guys want to come over and talk about potholes, High Hill? You want to get high? Oh, boy. You guys want to get high?
The Hill here in Tennessee, where advocates, medical marijuana patients, and farmers all gather at the state capitol to...
I like how they call farmers. Is that what we're calling you guys? Farmers, yeah. Cultivators.
They're farmers.
They're growing plants.
I got a green thumb and some green dollar bills, yo.
push for marijuana reform like this. And Representative Bain says that she's hopeful their legislation, which was struck down last year, might have a better chance of getting through this time around.
I know I hit 3 potholes coming into work today, and every time I drive under a bridge, I kind of look up to make sure it's not cracking.
It's a complaint every Tennessean on the road, including Representative Bain, knows well.
And that's not a good feeling as a legislator, and that's definitely not a good feeling as a Tennessean.
I'm not gonna lie, I broke a couple tires on the road. I would love if they got fixed.
Everybody would. It's a simple fix. It's not, again, these are, at least there's something that somebody's trying to do. It failed last year because, of course, remember, what's changed from this year to last year was Trump moved it from schedule. We're going to move from here. We're going to move it down here to this one. We're going to go from here, right? Or schedule. We're going to move it down here, right? It was this schedule, that schedule. Move it down here. And I'm telling you guys, when it comes to all of these, stiffer than stiff, tidy white wearing, terrified of everything. If Trump, there was a picture of him with a doobie, these guys, it would be reggae land here for a lot of these guys. Got to kill white people.
I was just trying to picture President Trump with a doobie.
You guys get where I'm going with this.
It's a gateway drug. Yeah, it's a gateway to roads we can use.
Yeah, and the medical marijuana, I mean, it's that, and the veterans in Texas killed when they, Dan Patrick, who was their the
vice governor,
whatever you want to call him. I was going to say something else, but he was a second in charge. He was the one who was in his press conference throwing out gummies. Take all these gummies, you'll die.
You eat this whole bag, your life is over.
And
You'll throw yourself into a wood chipper.
So true. His argument about you could fall asleep on the train tracks. Who's spending $100 on a bag of gummies and going, you know what I do? I'm going to pass out at the train tracks.
Yeah, that's the move.
That's it.
Where's the closest train tracks? 30 miles. I got to start walking.
So the whole thought process of, again, this ridiculousness about this, and it was the veterans there who basically told Greg Abbott, this stuff is a helper for us. All right? And so he decided, I'm just going to veto and let them deal with it later on, because he had heard from so many people, and several of you were chiming in saying, the medical marijuana, maybe you're for. But remember, it's only ever going to be medical grade the way that people really want if the big government gets to be involved in the pharmaceutical companies. We've got some of that, but it's not like it's any different. If you've ever gone to a dispensary, right, it's just all the same. It's not like Eli Lilly is just out there hawking weed.
No, they could if they wanted to.
They could. Little Kush.
Purple Ganj.
Would that be hilarious? What do you got? Oh, Eli Lilly Kush. Oh, stuff's good, man.
And let me see your prescription. Okay, your doctor's handwriting is impossible to read, but I do believe that says Purple Kush.
Dr. Marley, calling Dr. Marley. Yo, man.
The Pot for Potholes Act would legalize marijuana for adults 21 and older and create a regulated system for growing, testing, and selling cannabis. A 15% tax on sales would mostly go to roads and bridges.
So right now we have a $58 billion transportation backlog in infrastructure needs, and there is no revenue to fill that void. Our state budget revenues are flat.
The bill failed in a House subcommittee last March, but Bain says new leadership at the state level and a national push towards decriminalization may open the door for a different conversation.
I hope so. We had Gino in here. He was very dead set against it.
Well, no, he wasn't dead set
Unless
against it.
you asked the
needed to check the
pharmaceutical
companies first.
Hold on a second. I got to ask the pharmaceutical
Let me
companies.
send a text real quick, see what I can say about this.
They said maybe if they get a cut. If they do.
I would be like, I'm for the bill, but I would be even more for it if the law specifically said that the funds raised were to be used for repair only.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about earlier. The problem is, if you put it into any kind of, allow it to go to a general fund or a poll for a general fund to cover something, it's never going to get done. And they're going to come back again and ask for more. And they'll come back again and ask for more. So,
and every time they'll use it on something it wasn't necessarily intended, then when we get to the thing that it was meant to be used on, they go, out of money.
Yeah, always out of money. And then when they need to raise taxes on something, it's always about the kids, too. Always about the kids. And, like, what were you talking about, Ken? They're going to have their hearing about, raising it to 40,000 kids eligible?
Yeah, the school voucher expansion legislation passed out of the House Education Subcommittee today on a vote of 5-3.
I'm a hot no on that until you guys figure out what to do with DCS.
Amen.
Yeah, it'll go from 25,000 to 40,000, and will cost it will cost at least $100 million more dollars on top of what it's already cost. And apparently, so now it goes before the full House Education Committee. The full Senate Education Committee takes up the legislation, I believe, tomorrow.
I mean, we're sitting here trying to figure out how to do potholes, and they're always screwing around with this. We want to make sure that everybody has choice. Is great. How about the kids who are in foster care have a choice rather than thinking, hey, we may have to just stick them in jails. Oh, yeah. It's so ridiculous. And is there any auditing that comes with this? That's the other thing. What kind of auditing comes with where the money's going exactly and how it's being used? And are the kids who are supposed to use it get it? I mean, it's just they get whether, no matter what it is, they get a certain thing that they just want to do. And look, I'm for school choice. That sounds great, but the money needs to be spent wisely. And when you've got kids in foster care sleeping in rooms, and their next best idea is, maybe we should put them inside juvenile facilities and treat them like they're actually committed crimes. And that's where your next go is? No chance. No chance would I support that. Zero. I mean, I'd rather do cocaine for cars than this.
I think Cars for Kids already got that wrapped up.
Did they? Wouldn't that be weird if you found that out one day? And you guys know about Cars for Kids? What was that? Is that you can?
I was on Channel 4's website looking
What
up
is
the
she
story.
talking about? Talking about the weather?
They're talking about the weather.
Weather. The foster kids could fix the potholes. Pot for kids? You know what? I would have zero problems with that. How about some for those damn kids? Support kids. And they want to go and give more money out. And who takes advantage of it? Let's look at the real data. I'm gonna do a deep dive tonight, nerd style, on the data of where all of this money's going.
Dang, you're gonna get nerd style.
Oh, super. I'm
gonna get the munchies and want to do pot for potatoes.
Pot for potatoes. Maybe that's it. Oh my God. What if you grew a weed potato?
Or what if I ate a potato because I smoked a weed?
Maybe a little bit of that. And that's all he's doing. He's just, when people say, I can't believe you smoke, he's a weed whacker, is what he is. It's a weed whacker.
You eat the potato raw, like an apple.
Yeah. As you do.
You're so hungry.
Oh, man.
And then you throw yourself into a wood
And then
chipper.
you throw yourself into a wood chipper. Always got
And
to
then
finish
after
with
you're
that.
done with eating the potato like an apple, you just get your butter and you get a big old handful of it and shove it in your face. Then you use the left hand for the sour cream, shove it in your face.
Well, we can't. We have to now that we found out about plastic forks inside turtles' noses.
Oh.
You've ruined everything. Somebody's going to write a book about it. You're going to talk about climate change?
Like somebody on the text line said, I'm perfectly fine with paper straws as long as they're made out of $100 bills.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. You know what? With the way that government wastes money, you could force them to do that, and they would still end up costing us $300 for the $100.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, because that's government right there. Oh, hemp potatoes. Do you have hemp potatoes? Is that a real thing? I don't know.
It'd have to be a crossbreed, wouldn't it?
Oh, you know what? Smoke your weed out of the potato.
A bomb potato.
I'm not going to say that my sister didn't do some weird stuff, but I remember going out there one day and she's smoking some out of an apple.
The best bong you can make is eggplant.
It's what I heard.
Oh, my.
Oh, Lord. See what you guys learn on these beautiful days like this. Remember, One Hit Wonder Wednesday tomorrow. So there's that. Coming up, the Razzies are this weekend. So we're going to do a special Friday edition of the Razzie Awards.
You got the nominations?
I got the nominations. So, but this is what I'll let you guys know. We're going to talk about that coming up because, man, there's some crap movies. But then I look over at the Oscars and I thought, there's kind of some crap movies there as well. Jeff Vincent Show, Super Talk 99.7. Prize Picks is awesome. Right now is your chance to win big with Prize Picks. You win up 2,000 times your money. Let me tell you how it works. Okay, so Prize Picks, you're not picking teams, you're picking players, individual players based on projected stats, more or less, right? So let's just say baseball, Shohei Ohtani, greatest player in the world. You think, you know what? I think he's going to have more than 1.5 hits in this game. And then you look over and go, I like basketball. Okay, cool. LeBron James, I think he's going to have more than 25.5 points in this game. And away you go. It is that simple. And you've picked your lineup. 2 or more players, up to 6. You've got injury reboots. You've got things like stacks. You've got early payouts with Prize Picks. And here's the other great thing. When you download the app today, you use my code, Chad. You're going to get yourself an extra $50 immediately in lineups right into your account when you play your first $5 lineup. That is win or lose guaranteed when you play your first $5 lineup. So download the Prize Picks app today. Shoot your shot with Prize Picks and start your winning right now. Make sure you use my code Chad. Get $50 in lineups immediately when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Sniper fire in Baltimore and here in Tennessee. It doesn't look like the death penalty for abortions bill has any life left. Details at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Speaking of abortions,
did they abort the bill?
No, this is the what are the nominees for the worst movie, worst actor, worst actress, worst everything. Here's some of Snow White.
I can't let the Queen's Guard find this place.
I'm coming with you.
No, it's too dangerous. You're the one they're looking for. I'll be back in 2 days. And together, we'll go to the Southern Kingdom and we'll find your father.
It is so bad. It is so awful that anybody who worked on that movie should never be even allowed to watch movies. Should go home and you should feel shame every day of your life. First of all, they didn't let the little people do the little people thing, which totally was stupid. But I blame that on the other little guy. Right? You know, what's his name?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Yeah, he was being a Dinklage. No doubt about that. Then honestly, I thought the guy was CGI. I didn't know he was real. But it was awful. I mean, it was beyond crap. That's up for a lot of awards. I don't think it's going to win. So we're going to do a special Razzie Awards. Just give you guys Star Trek Section 31. Never even heard of it. See, you guys,
I've never heard of it.
Snow White, obviously. War of the Worlds, which is the worst movie of all time. It's a zoo movie with Ice Cube.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Hurry Up Tomorrow, which I have no idea what that is. But that's one of the other movies. And The Electric State, which, looked interesting, but I didn't see it.
Is that about techno dance?
No, that is the one where they got robots and humans fighting against each other. And it's like, it looks interesting, but it costs a lot of money. But not a lot of people are thrilled by it. So we're going to do a special breakdown. Rather than the Oscars on Friday, we're going to do the Razzies. So be prepared for that. All right, coming up, hour number 3 of the program. Got more of your hot takes coming up. Bunch of other good stuff. You're missing the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast, Jeff Benz Show. Super Talk 99.7.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the potential for severe weather. That's tomorrow. We'll get you the details during the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Right now in Baltimore, investigation underway after someone opened fire on police near an Orthodox Jewish synagogue. This in the northeast part of Baltimore. Apparently, one officer was struck in the leg, rushed to a hospital for treatment. We do not know the condition of that officer. We do know that the suspect has been shot, and that's about all we know so far. It happened near a synagogue, and there is a report in the Daily Wire that officers reported taking sniper fire from inside the building. But it's unclear if shots were actually fired from inside the building. So, very fluid situation there in Baltimore. We do know one cop is injured and the suspect was shot. Here in Tennessee, a bill that would have allowed the death penalty for abortions has failed in a House subcommittee. The Republican-led Population Health Subcommittee called the measure on Monday, but no members offered a vote. The proposal would have classified abortion as homicide and allowed prosecutors to pursue murder charges. Supporters say it would extend legal protections to what they call preborn children, but lawmakers signaled earlier the bill lacked support. Operation Epic Fury update. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says today will be the most intense day of attacks on Iran since the campaign started.
The Secretary describes this as the most intense day Iran has faced in the war.
The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes.
Pete Hegseth says it'll be President Trump who decides when the war is over.
So it's not for me to posit whether it's the beginning, the middle, or the end. That's his.
But Hegseth insists
this is not endless. It's not protracted.
The president has spoken of the need for Iran's unconditional surrender, but he's also indicated the war might end very soon. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
Back here in Tennessee, the push to expand school vouchers took a step forward as a House subcommittee advanced House Bill 2532 on a 5-3 vote. Supporters say the plan would expand from 25,000 to 40,000 students statewide out of a cost of at least $150 million more dollars. It is set for a Senate Education Committee vote tomorrow. And News 2 says both Democrats and Republicans agree on cutting taxes on groceries. This is Democrat Afton Bain and Republican House Majority Leader William Lambert.
Tennessee still charges 4% tax on groceries, one of the highest grocery taxes in the country.
Why would you tax the very things that people need to survive every single day?
But they disagree on how to make up for the lost revenue. Democrats want to raise corporate taxes, which Republicans say not going to happen.
I can go on and on of the taxes that we've cut, and we're still able to make sure that teachers are getting raises and state employees are getting raises and roads are getting paved.
So a Republican bill to cut the food tax on produce only gets a hearing today. The Democrats' plan to completely eliminate the tax on food gets a hearing next week. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. Reminder, One Hit Wonder Wednesday tomorrow. Be prepared. Bring your One Hit Wonder, and we've got a belt to divvy out tomorrow. So I'm pretty pumped.
Oh, I need to bring that into you. Hold on.
Okay, we're going to get the belt. We're going to show you guys what we got from our good friends over there at the Wellness Institute. They gave us an amazing belt. So you know how, what is it, nincompoop in the news, you guys? Oh, that's in there. That must mean that Jackson won.
Yeah, Jackson won.
God, he's a nincompoop.
He won last week.
He should always win. He should just win for being Jackson. Can that happen? But so we have a belt that we're going to be able. I'm bringing it. Here it is. Bell's bringing it. You guys don't get to see it. Close your eyes. Here we go. So if you're looking on the old YouTube, it is a belt that says right here. Holding it up. It's a full heavyweight kind of belt, weighs like 30 pounds. It is it's for our show, and it's called One Hit Wonder Champion. All right, one famous song, Chad Benson Show. So the winner every week, and we're going to allow you guys to decide who's got the best one-hit wonder, but that means your participation as well. So you guys got to get your one-hit wonders in, and it's got to have a good story. It's what I tell everybody. Don't just be, well, the guy wrote it, he sang it, and then he went to work at, Arby's for the next 20 years as an executive.
He was known as the songwriting burger man.
Yeah, something like that. Something fun, right? So let us know what your one-hit wonder. Get it on in. We'd love to hear from you. So as we go over this again, Ken, really quick.
Yes,
the
sir.
abortion bill is dead.
Yes.
And which the Republicans, I'm sure, are like, oh, darn. But the good news is if your kid is in foster care because you failed at life and they, through no fault of their own, are there, they won't get to have any of the money that they're going to probably extend to $40,000 for 40,000 people for school choice, which will cost $100 million, apparently. So we're going to get that through, you think? Do we know if that bill, the school voucher bill, is going to get through?
Well, it passed out of subcommittee in the House today, now moves on to the full Education Committee, and it gets a vote tomorrow in the full Senate Education Committee tomorrow.
I wonder what the sense is.
I don't know.
I mean, they do like, I can't get behind it until we figure out what the hell we're doing with, DCS. I mean, how can we?
Maybe Martha can come on and explain why her department's such a mess.
Maybe. And we don't know if it's all Martha's fault, right? Martha may, she hasn't been there forever and a day, but it's been a mess for a while because I was going through some stuff earlier today about who's getting no bid contracts to figure out how they can bring more foster kids in. And I was like, this feels like this is an ongoing issue. And it's not just here. Nationwide, there's a hot mess with all these things. But the fact that we're going after school choice, even extending it more, who's getting the benefit from that the most? How much is that costing us? And when we've got, we're trying to figure out, well, the good news is the kids aren't sleeping inside of the offices anymore for DCS, but soon we might have to put them in juvenile hall. I'm sorry. No.
With actual child criminals.
With actual child criminals. So, I don't know. That's that should perturb all of us. That really should. I mean, this is, if you care about them when they're in the womb, you care about them when they're out. Who's with me? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Chad.
Okay.
Settle down. Speaking of amen, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Andy Ogles, Tool.
Representative Andy Ogles is facing criticism today after a tweet attacking Muslims. The Tennessee Republican posted on X this morning, writing, quote, Muslims don't belong in American society. Pluralism is a lie.
What is he? He is the one, even when I was when I wasn't local here and I was doing national stuff, it was always him doing something ridiculous. Always.
Spotlight grabbing.
Yeah. Yeah. So he goes and says that because, he wants, and it's for a certain group, right? For a certain group of people. And you're just like, what a tool bag. What an I mean, come on. So where do we, so let's just say, okay, so pluralism isn't for everybody. So where do we draw the line? Is it the Mormons? Are you guys sorry? Is it the Space Mormons? Right? Because they have a different.
Yeah.
Catholics, like you said, that people freaked out when, we had our first Catholic president. Where's the line? Is it just them? Or who is it? No, it's so insane. And the fact that he's here and he represents and, just always something.
There are Muslims in this country that have never committed crime one and have no intention of committing crime one.
And they're Americans and they love the country and they don't want Sharia law, which is that thing I always get. Well, I saw so-and-so on the internet and he said Sharia law is coming to my town. It's not. It's not. And, and maybe I'll bring the piece in that I've done. There's because several of you have said, well, they've got their own little area where they run and they've got their own police force. Well, you know what? So do places like there is a place in New Jersey that is very famous that Nick Shirley, I think, was even talking about it the other day. All the people champion Nick Shirley. And because, God, what's his name? Is it Ari Cohen, who went and did a big piece out there about how many of them, it's an Orthodox area, have kids. They don't go to school. Everybody's on welfare. And yes, they have their own mini security force. If you come out there and you try to take pictures and stuff, that shoos you away.
I'd bet you money a lot of cops in Salt Lake are Mormons.
You think?
Probably.
Yeah, you think? So, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. 0600 says, I agree, no Muslims in America. Okay. Well, should we have Jews in America? How do we feel about that?
I'm still worried about the space Mormons.
Yeah, well, that's because they just probably want to sue us. And they made, what's her name? What was her name? The lady that disappeared?
Shelley Miscavige.
Yeah. Oh, Shakira law. Now, I'd be good with Shakira law.
That is a law that means your hips can't lie.
Your hips cannot lie. Your hips cannot lie. So a lot of you, amen on the ridiculousness of the school vouchers, which just school choice. First of all, my frustration with the way that schools operate is it's based on taxes. Poorer neighborhoods, schools aren't as good. I mean, that's evident. We all understand that we need to fix this. We need to get our teachers more money because you can't have a thriving society if you have stupid people. We need to pay our teachers better. We need to get a grip on our spending. And school choice sounds good, but what ends up happening a lot of times is it's going to the people that are already in schools, and they got a bit of an advantage.
Is anybody that you're aware of actually means testing it? Like, is there a state that has voucher system, but you can't make more than such and such?
Yeah. I mean,
Who's doing that?
I don't think it's means tested. I think the first 10,000 or so, I think it was for lower income. But then after that, it was for anybody who wanted to apply for it. But how many of them ended up, because if school's going to cost you $15,000 and you're getting $7,000 or $7,800 or whatever it ends up being, if you don't have any money, chances are you're not going to be able to pay for that anyways. So who's that end up going to? Somebody said it's a scam. Governor Lee's pet project for his rich friends. No doubt about that. What about radical Muslims? Yeah, I don't want radical Muslims. I don't want radical anybody. Right? Unless you're radical. I think we can all agree on that. So Tyler Oliveira, that's him. He did the New Jersey story. If you saw it, it is a trip. It is an absolute trip on what's going on there. And nary a word about it. And the minute he did it on YouTube, he got destroyed for it. They tried to cancel him. And he's hilarious. So partake. The average teacher in Tennessee makes $50,000 plus they only work 180 days a year. You think they only work 180 days a year. It's if there's any teachers out there, you just work 180, you don't work anything more than that? And you only work from 8 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon, and there's nothing after that.
What is 180 days? The days they're required to be in class?
Yeah, I think
kids. Yeah. Well, then teachers are working more than 180 days.
Yeah, they're absolutely doing that. I mean, it is. It's frustrating because we are the richest nation in the history of the world. Nobody's even close to us. We're talking. We, on average now, they have pet salons where the average person is spending $1,000 a day to have their pet pampered. We throw money away like it's nothing, right? The amount of cash. We need to do better and be better stewards with our money. And it is frustrating when I look around here and we're spending money trying to get an extra, we're going to raise it to 40,000 people that can get these vouchers. But we don't really know what to do with the foster kids. And we're focusing on stuff that doesn't matter. We can't fix the damn potholes. If you don't fix the potholes, if you can't do the bare necessity.
And Peter's over here on the text line saying we should outlaw Shakira.
No, you can't outlaw Shakira. Sharia is one thing, Shakira. You don't need to outlaw Shakira. Sharia. There is no Sharia. There isn't. There isn't. Stop trying to make, everybody's trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. But how about this? We got kids in foster care. Why isn't it easier for us to find good foster parents? Why? Because they don't want to deal with the madness and the insanity of foster care. So rather than do that, we're going to go, well, let's extend vouchers. What's that going to end up cost us? You know, you talked about the means testing. I want to see, where's the money going? Is it going to mostly upper middle class people who are already have their kids in school? I mean, the school choice sounds great, but then when you break it down, if it ends up only going to benefit the upper, that's a frustrating thing. We should want all the kids to do well. And we sure in the hell, when kids, and I got a big soft spot for kids, but especially for foster kids, because my little brothers and sisters, niece and nephew, who are now my brothers and sisters, blessed that they had my mom to take care of them. But many of them out there, they don't have anything. And the way that they're just used, you know, we're sitting here trying to pass bills that are ridiculous. We need to do better. No doubt about that. And as we do this, we're trying to figure out, how do we get rid of grocery taxes? I like Ken's idea of, for diapers, no tax on diapers or formula, anything for a kid, right? I mean, you know, we're trying to.
My kid needs a 155-inch LED screen.
Probably, yeah. That seems like a big TV for a child. How old's your child? 2 months.
In the planning stages.
In the planning stages. All right.
Well, I mean, look at going back to what you said, though, about, you know, stuff for kids. There's a reason there's the no tax month in, I think, what is it, June? We do no taxes on school supplies.
Yeah.
So that parents can go out and stock up on what they needed, not have to pay the extra additional cost of a state income to our state sales tax.
Yeah, which is great. Again, these are the things we should be encouraging. And then we should look around and go, okay, where can we make some of this stuff up when we have to? But it doesn't matter. Like, we can't even fix the damn potholes with pot, right? Because everybody knows, let's be real, if it became legal here, everybody who out loud was like, oh, yeah, pot's bad. They're the first ones in line. Go, well,
Gateway drug.
Yeah, they're the first ones in line. Go, well, you know, I'm having trouble sleeping at night.
Well, you know, if we can't get the pot to fill the potholes, let's find some black tar heroin. That'll work too.
That seems like you're just right there, the gateway drug. The gateway drug. You're absolutely right about that. Coming up, it is Hot Take Tuesday. I know what your hot take is. Remember, it's non-political hot takes. All right? We got those coming straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. All right, guys. Bulwark Capital wants to talk to you about what's going on with your investments, what's going on out there with your investments, especially at a time like this when, look, AI is an overvalued tech. Then, of course, you've got the war. What could potentially happen? They got smiles on their faces because they were positioned in a way that, you know what? Once oil popped, things moved, the war happened. They did quite well. That can be you. Or you can sit around and just go, my guy he's got me in some mutual funds and things are growing, whatever. That's not what you want. It's not where you want to go when it comes to your retirement investments. Why don't you do this? Get a free Know Your Risk portfolio review from my friends at Bulwark Capital. They'll show you what they're all about. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. How can they give you the most upside potential? It's not going to cost you anything at all, but a few minutes of your time. It's that simple as that. So you go to knowyourriskpodcast.com, knowyourriskpodcast.com, and sign up today for your Know Your Risk portfolio review from my friends at Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisors should be offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past performance, not guarantee future results. Trek 2647.
All right, so we're learning more information about that so-called sniper fire in Baltimore today that sent one officer to the hospital and the suspect 6 feet under. And here in Tennessee, a controversial push to classify abortion as homicide. We'll give you an update on that coming up at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
We were talking about what was it today, Alabama, the guy they were going to put to execute in Alabama, Bell?
Yeah. The guy who wasn't even in the building.
He wasn't even in the building. 5 guys robbed a auto parts place in the 90s, and he ran out early, but another guy shot and killed a guy inside. He didn't even see the guy who shot, and they were going to execute him. But the guy who pulled the trigger, he only got life in prison. And finally
But
today,
the guy who wasn't even in the building,
they were going to execute him.
he wasn't even in the building.
Weird.
Gets executed.
Yeah, but they stayed that because they're probably going, this just doesn't sound right.
What's their governor's name? Kay Ivey?
Yeah, is that who it is? Is that who it is?
I think so.
Yeah, so, but they I guess they stayed it because just, and they passed a law that if somebody's murdered in the commission of a crime and you're part of the group, even if you don't pull the trigger, you should be held accountable. But he wasn't even in the building.
He didn't know what was going on.
Didn't even know what had happened. And so, yeah, so that felt like it was a bit much. Kids, guess what?
Hot take, hot take, hot take Tuesday.
It's a hot take. Oh, so hot. In fuego. I'll start it. Dogs. Look, I don't dislike dogs. I love our dog, Bowie, and I love our dog, Red. They drive me crazy. They're little
fellas.
Little fellas. The apartment thing, it's just, the kids, they don't do what they're supposed to. I've decided I'm fully just a cat person now. That's it. I'm just a cat person. That's it. And dogs, especially little dogs, want to fight everything all the time. They bark at anything that moves. They're just, for the most part, unless they're trained, so kind of stupid. Just, you leave the room for a minute.
If the kids aren't doing what you say they're supposed to be doing, why is your issue with the dogs instead of saying, oh, God, I should have stayed a bachelor?
No, it's because the problem is it's hard because, like Bowie, you ever seen somebody, like they try to bring a fish ashore and it's just flopping around? That's what Bowie's like on a leash, right? I can't even take him down to go to the bathroom, which I have to do like 5 times a day. Which drives me crazy. And then I look over at my cat, and he's just sitting there. He's got his own perch. He's got a pillow. He kind of looks at me. He's all, meow. And I'm like, dude, that is so awesome. I've decided I'm a capybara and cat guy. I would totally have a capybara.
I definitely have some capybaras.
And it'd be great. Your wiener dogs, they would love that.
Oh, yeah.
You need an alligator, though, so they can climb on top and ride the alligator.
Have you seen him? They will ride any animal. Like alligators almost like, you're too stupid to eat. There's got to be something wrong with you. That's why I'm not going to eat you.
I love the videos of the capybaras on top of the big Galapagos tortoises.
Oh, yeah. Or the armadillos. Like, oh, it's hot. I should probably have you go across the street first. I have web feet. That's not cool. So I'm a capybara man. So I'm a Bud fan and a capybara man. Blah. All right, Ken, what do you got for us?
The hardest part of working out is convincing your brain you're actually going to do it. I'll do it tomorrow.
Ooh.
And then I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. The hardest part for me is the guilt that I hold when I tell myself, I'm not getting up and doing this.
Yeah. So you just put it right out of your mind. It's like, he doesn't even pretend in his mind that he's going to do it. He's like, I'm never doing that.
I got to admit, sometimes I have to force myself to go on our walks. Sometimes.
But you feel good afterwards.
Absolutely.
Well, you do have the benefit, though, of your wife kind of, it's like you don't want to disappoint her and you want to support her.
Well, I'm showing off in front of her, too.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Well, yeah, because you're doing your push-ups, right? And then you got to show them.
Guns out.
Sun's out, guns out.
Look at this, Jennifer.
That's it. Look at that. Do you make your pecs just go up and down like you're whoop whoop whoop?
Aren't you glad you married this?
I love that.
Show this off at the family reunion.
What do you think? What do you think of my calves here? You like those? Those are pretty awesome, right? Those aren't normal calves. Those are big calves.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, check it out. Sun's out, guns out. What? No, once you work out, you feel great.
You do, man. I mean, I've got to do it too.
Yes.
I mean, physically, if I go 3 or 4 days without walking, my lower back actually starts to hurt.
No.
And I don't know what the correlation is, But when I'm consistently walking, it's like you said, I just feel better.
Well, the correlation probably is because your muscles are so big. If you're not moving, right, you're not pumping blood through them, they probably start to just tighten up a bit. Then your back hurts, and that's when you know, I got to get out there and do it again.
They're so strong. They're squeezing my bones.
That's exactly what's going on. What do you have for us, Belle?
If you're taking your garbage out to the garbage can, and that plastic bag that you're carrying the garbage in is not expanded to the point where it's about to rupture, you don't have enough garbage in it. Because that thing should be on the verge of exploding all over the place. Otherwise, you're wasting space and you're putting a bunch of extra plastic into the landfill.
Yeah, and you don't want that because then it gets to our brains. And we found out last hour that, if the more that's out there, there's a chance that not only will a straw end up a turtle's nose, so will a fork.
But boys.
Yes.
Now, what if you have to double bag it because the first bag is too full?
God, that sucks. And when it leaks,
then you failed the process.
That is, you don't want that, kids. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you have that handled. You've got to get it to. It's an art to get it to right to the point where it's going to explode.
It is, man.
And then take it out, because otherwise, that drives me crazy. That drives me. My wife's got some of those new bags that are fragranced. The fragrance is like El Fabuloso. It is so pungent that it smells like a teenager's room because it's like Axe meets some sort of body deodorant. It's just goodness me, kids.
Yeah, my wife she made me stop buying those.
Oh yeah, I told my wife let's do a hard pass on this next time, honey, because it's making my eyes bleed.
It stinks.
It does, and it stinks for a long time. It stinks for a long, long time. Let us know what your hot take is. Love hearing from all of you. Remember, tomorrow, One Hit Wonder Wednesday, giving out the first belt.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, the first belt, baby, the winner. So you guys are going to have a chance to get your one hit wonder in. And remember, give us a good one hit wonder, but it's got to have a good story, right? Just can't be like, oh, here's this band and this is what they did and they all fell apart after that. We like the story that goes around. It's got to wrap around. Like usually Belle has some creepy story about a guy who wanted to date his daughter, and then he was also
her dad was a murderer, serial killer, and he came over to the house to try to save his girlfriend, and the dad was like, "Oh, I'm going to shoot him," and the girl jumps in front, takes the bullet, and says, "Daddy, please marry him for me."
Exactly. He gets it. He gets it. That's the good one-hit wonder we want there. So if you got any of those, make sure you send them to us. We love hearing from all of you. Coming up, so much stuff talk. We haven't even talked about the war today. That's going on still, right?
I thought it was over.
Did he call it last night? Did he not call it? Are we bombing now? Are we not bombing? Maybe we'll talk a little about that.
We're always bombing, but I don't know if the war's over.
Well, yeah. It's over when I say it's over. Niedermeyer, Chad Pence's show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Give you the details on the potential for severe weather tomorrow. Sniper fire in Baltimore today. Baltimore police say an officer and a suspect were shot. This was during a standoff in northwest Baltimore today. Officers responding to a burglary report came under fire when they arrived at a home in the Park Heights Avenue neighborhood. A 36-year-old officer hit in the leg, rushed to the hospital. Police say a SWAT sniper then later shot and killed the suspect, who had repeatedly appeared in a window holding a gun to a woman's head. At one point, the woman jumped from that window. She had to be hospitalized as well. But the shooter, or rather the gunman, is dead. Here in Tennessee, a controversial push to classify abortion as homicide has stalled at the Tennessee state capitol. The House Population Health Subcommittee took up the measure but advanced it without a single vote of support. The bill would have opened the door for the death penalty in abortion cases, including for doctors who assist. Its sponsor, Representative Jody Barrett of Dixon, argued the state's homicide laws should apply to fetuses, but the effort failed to move forward. Operation Epic Fury update. The Pentagon says at least 140 U.S. service members have been wounded since the start of the campaign. Most of the wounds minor. 108 troops have already returned to duty. 8 service members remain severely injured. They're receiving top-level medical care. And back here in Tennessee, the push to expand the school vouchers from $25,000 to $40,000 at a cost of about $150 million additional dollars took a step forward at a House subcommittee. They advanced House Bill 2532 on a vote of 5-3 in that subcommittee. Now it goes to the full House Education Committee. Legislation in the Senate gets a vote tomorrow. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
From the Beacon Capital Management Weather Center.
I'm WSMV4. First, warm today. Temperatures back in the upper 70s. Overnight lows falling down to the low 60s. Tomorrow is a first alert weather day. We have a line of strong to severe thunderstorms pushing through middle. Winds, but a spin-up tornado can't be completely ruled out.
Okay, kids, don't talk to you about Busy Bee. You know, something goes wrong in your home. You want the team shows up fast, fixes it right. Nobody does it better than Busy Bee. Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. They're your trusted pros for your home comfort. Right now, they got all kinds of cool things going. So if you're thinking to yourself, perfect time to upgrade, you get a 16-SEER, higher efficiency HVAC system or a whole home repipe. Check this out. Busy Bee's going to do something for you. How would you like, if you do that, a free Yeti Tundra 45 cooler? Boom. That's a Yeti cooler, kids. And this month only, so you got to get at it. Plus, check this out. They got TVA rebates, which you're thinking, okay, well, that sounds great. So for tune-up, replacements, all that stuff, here's the beauty of it. You don't have to do a thing. They're going to do all of the paperwork. So there's no hassles, no headaches, none of that stuff. Join the Beehive Club as well. That way, all year, you make sure that everything is humming along. Plumbing checks, extended warranties, discounted repairs, everything, priority, scheduling, all the stuff that give you that peace of mind with Busy Bee. They are the best around. Always, always treat you right. So that's what I want you to do. If you've got any issues, call them, 615-775-7833, or visit them online at busybeehvac.com.
So we got Gavin Newsom out here doing his absolute best.
Hey, this is Pastor Al, and join us on Super Talk 99.7, Sunday evenings from 7 to 8. We're going to look at the news from a biblical perspective.
Omaha Steaks, delivering you the best around in steaks, like fillets wrapped in bacon, top sirloin, incredible. USDA choice. Absolutely the most incredible tender fillets you're going to have, and they're incredible. And right now, 50% off, 50% off, site-wide. If you want the best in seafood, they have it. You want the best in burgers, including just the regular burger, be they get smash burger. You want the best in dogs, Franks, they call them, or pork chops. The Polynesian pork chop, just otherworldly. I love it. They've got it 50% off right now. 100% unconditional money back guarantee. So that's bite for bite. You're not happy? Send it back, give your money back. You're going to be more than happy. So you get 50% off. Then when you use my code Benson and you check out at omahasteaks.com, you're going to get yourself an extra $35 off at checkout. What? Nothing beats Omaha Steaks. Since 1917, America's Butcher. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use my code Benson to save an extra $35 off at checkout. omahasteaks.com. Code Benson. 50% off right now. omahasteaks.com. Code Benson. See site for detailed terms may apply.
Hey, Chad.
Yo.
We have woefully underreported some really bad news.
What?
The Dow is now under 48,000.
No.
And if you know where your closest civil defense shelter is, you need to head that way now.
No. Does that mean we have to reopen the Epstein stuff?
It might.
No, 47,000. Oh, Lord. That is just, how are we going to survive? By the way, the Dow could drop to 30,000 tomorrow. And you know what? Eventually, by the time Trump leaves office, it'll be in the 70s, 80s. Now, who knows what? It ebbs, it flows. It does. It would take a real kick in the grundle to keep it down low. It's just the way life is. And
but I was told it didn't matter if it wasn't over 50,000.
No, well, yeah. I'm letting you know, it will eventually come back there. But not until, you know what? Maybe not until the curse of the Epstein files.
Or DOJ Barbie goes away.
Oh, yeah. She's so awful. Can we all admit?
Atrocious.
She needs to go. Can we just, Pam Bondi needs to go.
The Kristi Noem firing was a warm-up. Let's get to the main attraction.
Yeah, that's right. Where would they move her? What shield could she go to?
She could go to making license plates.
Oh, my God. Time to take over Cuba. I know, that's right. Every time something happens, some country gets their butts pucker a little bit because here he comes. Here comes Trump. Here comes Trump. I'm just going to tell you guys, I think you're going to like this. I'll decide when the war's over. Okay. Is it over? I don't know. Which war? I've stopped 8 of them, started 12. So I'm winning by 3, 4, 5. Who knows?
Bondi gets fired and Cuba starts panicking.
Absolutely. I think
except Trump's like, you guys want some casinos?
Yeah, that's it. Well, he wants a big T. We're going to change it from Tehran to Trump-ron. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love what we're going to do with the place after we turn it to glass. Oh, good God. Yeah, that's not. By the way, speaking of money and waste, apparently there's been an audit at the Pentagon. Have you seen this?
No.
The Pentagon went on an epic spending spree in September, burning through $93 billion. Now, get ready for this. It's because, the federal government's use it or lose it. What do you think they spent it on? $6.9 million for lobster tail.
Good Lord.
$2 million for Alaskan king crab.
And they still can't pass an audit.
Yep. $15.1 million for ribeye steak. Should have went to Omaha Steaks. $1 million for salmon. See, salmon. All right, okay, get ready for this.
Man.
$140,000 for donuts. $124,000 for an ice cream machine.
This is just like, this isn't for the troops. This is the Pentagon.
Yeah, they're not sitting in
better be for the troops.
No, it's not. It's not.
Scumbags.
Wow.
So, $250 million on furniture. $12,000 for fruit basket stands. All right, $6 billion for information technology, $3.5 billion for cable TV, another $5.3 million was spent on Apple devices, with $4 million going towards Samsung devices. Oh, this may be my favorite. $1.8 million was spent on musical instruments.
Some harmonicas.
Include everybody here. We're going to learn the recorder.
You gotta supply your marching bands.
That's right. $100K for a Steinway & Sons grand piano for the Air Force Chief of Staff's home.
Oh man.
$26K for a violin and $22,000 for a handmade Japanese flute. You know who that was for, though, right? Kwai Chang Kang.
They still get on payroll.
Yeah, he's on the payroll. So they spent $50 billion in the last 5 days of September on grants and contracts. But they did reduce Mark Kelly's military pay. So there was that. That's how they covered it.
I could use a grant.
Meanwhile, nobody can afford health care.
I could if they give me a grant.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to get on that train, guys. I'm telling you.
Yes, we do.
The more I hear about it, we have our big dreams here of our tuna company. It's going to be massive, our mandals. But then I'm thinking to myself, we just need to figure out how do we get some of these grants. I mean, we could do something, right? We can open up a place and go get some free money because it feels like it is.
That's what the whole thing is.
What do you get for a 21 grand? What kind of flute do you get for that?
What difference does it make? They don't care. It's probably a child's toy recorder.
Oh, God. Do you remember the recorder when you were in kids in school?
Remember in Independence Day? You didn't think they were really spending $3,000 on a toilet seat, did you?
$10,000 on a hammer? So, I loved him. Man. So, that is crazy to think about that. And somebody said, here, I have to write a check to the IRS for 50 cents. Yeah, well, you know what? That flute's not going to play for itself. See, I said
That's
play.
true.
It is.
You write that check so we can get that flute.
That's right. I got stuff going on here. $2.6 million on lobster tail. Lobster tail. Do you guys understand? We talk about the crap that we spend money on, whether it's at the federal level or whether it's at the state and local level, is the amount of things. We're at the point now we could probably just buy everybody their own doctor if we just reined in everything.
Larry's got it. Open a tuna fishing school for underprivileged kids in the inner city.
That's right. We're going to teach them how to fish for a day, as long as they're fine with fishing for tuna, because that's all we're fishing for, baby. Big tuna. Yellowfin, is that the big one they go for?
No,
Or is it
bluefin.
Bluefin, okay.
Yeah, bluefin.
Yeah. So, we got to make sure we got the right tuna, because I don't want to be catching crappy-ass mackerel.
Well, if we get a yellow one, we'll just paint its tail blue.
Could you guys see that? 3 men were thrown out of a Japanese fish market when they tried to pass their fish off as bluefin tuna by painting it yellow. Oh, I like this. Let's see here. Oh, the Weaver Benson Bell E-Learning Center. I like that.
Don't send your kids there.
Yes.
Because they ain't going to learn much.
They're not going to learn much.
Yeah, they are. We're going to teach them the School of Hard Knocks. So they're going to be learning.
and how to rig a night crawler on
That's right.
Hook.
How to give change back for a lid.
Your kids are learning your weights and measurements.
And unfortunately, you're buying the bag, too.
So, that's right. I bet you guys didn't know a buttload was a real thing.
However, all the bags will be biodegradable.
Because we don't want to be rude to the environment.
Or leave evidence for the cops.
And, oh, by the way, when you guys are out there, fill up those potholes.
Oh
goodness.
My Lord.
So, Lobster Tail is a strip club in D.C. Well done, Sally. Well done.
Sally, man.
Oh, God.
She cracks me up.
That is. They spent $125,000 on ice cream machines.
Goodness.
Ice cream machines. Think about this. Ice cream machines. And this is the problem with our government, because it's a use it or lose it. So if I give you $50 billion and you spend $40 billion, next year you're only getting $40 billion, because that's all you needed now. That's it. Good God. So that is insane.
Were the ice cream machines distributed around to the local McDonald's?
They are not, because they never worked there. I love it when they get into an argument. Was it Wendy's that always wants to fight them?
Yeah.
With their ice cream machines?
Because Wendy's can repair their own ice cream machines, whereas McDonald's can't. They have to wait for their corporate associate to come in.
Yeah. That's because they probably have some sort of special tech. See, that you want to know why I get pissed out? Like, we're going to war. We don't have the money for anything. We're $40 trillion in debt. We're firing off bombs left, right, and center. We're like, this will be great. Great. Again, I don't think Iran was any threat to us, but whatever. This thing will eventually end, and things will return to normal, and whatever. We'll claim victory.
We damn sure got our lobster tails like we needed.
But we just spent $2.6 million on lobster tail. Think about that. Not for the troops, by the way. Not for the men and women. They're not sitting around going, oh, good, we got lobster tail. They're not kidding. There's no ice cream machine for them.
And you ladies enjoy making your hamburger helper tonight.
Yeah. Ice cream machines for Trump, because he likes to go to McDonald's. And they are always broken. Yeah, ice cream machines. That's what we spent, Keith. Ice cream machines. No, this was all him. He said maybe it was for Biden. No.
All that food, and they still have to order out for pizza when they're planning a war.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you know why? Nobody wants to eat any of the fish. Right? Because they've run out of it. They're spending money. They spent $120,000 on donuts. Man, I love a donut. I'd probably eat the hell out of a donut, but I don't think I can eat $120,000 in donuts. I mean, I'll try. I mean, I don't want to say no. I could probably do it with peanut butter.
At least put the effort in.
Good God. Just a joke. An absolute joke. No wonder we're broke. We got to figure it out, boys. We do. We do. We got to just, I don't know, got to figure something out. We got to come up with some sort of plan here. All right, we're going to wrap it up straight ahead. Remember, One Hit Wonder Wednesday is tomorrow. Get your One Hit Wonder in. We're going to give away the belts. The first day we're giving away the belt for the best One Hit Wonder. Got to have the music, got to have the story, got to have it all. This isn't going to be a cheap win, everybody. That's what we're telling you. So get your One Hit Wonders in now. We're going to wrap it up straight ahead. Matt coming up. Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 997. One Hit Wonder Wednesday tomorrow. Make sure you get your one hit wonder in. Somebody hit Space Hog. Did you spill?
No.
Okay, good. No, God, no, we don't spill in here.
No, it's just dirty over there, and he's trying to clean it up so he doesn't have to work his schmutz.
Well, there's a lot of schmutz in here. Thank you very much, sir.
Space Hog.
Remember Space Hog?
Yes.
I like
Yeah.
that.
That was a band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Liv Tyler was married to the lead singer.
Oh, God. Space Hog. They were an English band. I feel like they had big mutton chops. Mutton
like
chop.
Lemmy.
Yeah, kind of
They were
like
English.
Huh?
I think they were English.
Yeah, from Manchester and all. What's happening there, sir?
Hey, you know, I didn't realize this because I always have my headphones on, but with our studio monitors, you don't have to have headphones on to hear what those guys are saying.
Oh, that's right. How cool is that? I forgot all about that. Maybe we should just start doing that.
Also bleeds through real easy.
There you go. There's also
Well,
that.
you have to keep it low, but
Yeah,
Sure.
It happens. So, what's going on with you, sir?
oh, I don't know, just out and about. Got my I got my car washed today in the hopes that it would prevent the rains from coming tomorrow. I don't think that that's going to work.
No, that's usually the
That's
opposite.
backfiring.
Isn't it?
Well, I was trying to do one of those reverse psychology things.
Oh,
with
trying to
the
fool
rain,
Mother
trying
Nature.
to fool Mother Nature. I don't think it's going to
That
work.
didn't work with margarine.
No, it did not. No, it did not.
Oh my goodness. That commercial scared the hell out of me.
Oh, yes.
I don't know why, but I was at a certain age where it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature.
Yeah,
I was like,
I know.
Oh my.
Did you not go outside for a while?
No, because you don't mess with Mother Nature.
No.
Duh. Aren't you paying attention?
I would run right to the refrigerator and get a big old spoonful of oleo or whatever that crap was.
Polio.
My grandmother loved some big old tub of not really butter.
Yeah.
Whatever that
The
stuff
margin.
was.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, she
can't
was
believe
when I was
it's
a
not
kid.
butter.
I can't believe it. Yeah, remember they used to talk? Can't believe it's not butter. That
Can't
was
believe it's not butter.
I know. Really? You can't? Because it doesn't taste anything like butter.
Right. I can believe it's not butter.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know where you're from, but
No
it's
doubt.
not butter at
Yeah,
all.
there's a 100% chance this is absolutely not butter. And it doesn't melt the
and
way it
will
should.
outlive all of us.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Still here.
There's somebody's refrigerator somewhere right now that's been abandoned for months, years even, and there's a can't believe it's not butter in there.
It's exactly as it was bought in the stores, out in the landfills, right next to all of the plastic bags.
All of them that Bell
and
make
a
sure
bunch-
that he's got out there.
And a bunch of empty cans of Bud Dry.
Oh yeah, for sure. No
Remember
doubt
Bud
about that.
Dry?
Bud Dry.
It was terrible.
But did you say Bud Dry? Bud Dry?
Bud
Yeah.
Dry.
The beer?
Yes.
Do you know? Have you ever watched Beer Wars? Have y'all ever watched Beer Wars? It was a documentary back in 2007, maybe 2008. Fascinating documentary. You know, Anheuser-Busch brings out product specifically just to fill grocery store shelves.
Yeah.
So that they
It
can
blocks.
block out other product because they know they have limited space and they know they're big enough that if they come out with crap like, Bud Platinum was supposed to be temporary.
Yeah.
But people liked it so much.
I can't believe it.
That is
So they create products specifically, like they created a caffeinated beer and launched it in one part of the country because there was a company that was doing a caffeinated beer. It's like a small business, and they were getting a little bit of a market share, like in 3 states. And Anheuser-Busch is like, no, we can't have that. Put out a beer, destroy them, and then we'll eliminate that beer.
Oh, yeah.
But if it happens to take off, then they just keep it and sell it.
Yeah, if it works. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we got to make sure we get the end cap at the food line.
Kind of it's the gross end of the free market system, honestly. if
Oh,
we're honest
lordy,
about it.
lordy. We were just talking about how much money the Pentagon was spending, and they were spending almost $2 million on lobster tails.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Oh, the amount of money, $250 million on furniture.
Or how much the ribeyes cost?
Oh, yeah. They spend about $2 million on ribeye. They bought $200,000 in donuts and ice cream machines. It's going well for them.
Sacred cows, baby.
That's it.
That's what happens when you have
Speaking
sacred
of that,
cows.
what do you talk about today in your sacred cows?
We're going to talk about Muslims in America, and I'm going to ask the listening audience if they believe that Muslims in America are a problem. Andy Ogles thinks they are. I
Yes,
don't
we
know.
talked about that.
I think it really depends on what kind of person of faith you're actually talking about. I think anybody can be a problem left to their own devices if they have their own mindset. So we'll discuss that a little bit today.
There you go, man. That's a fun thing. We were talking a little bit about Andy Toole bag. And yeah, kind of a turd, but whatever. I'd rather vote for a bag of turds.
Charlie Hatcher's going to come on my show Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, I think. I think that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, Thursday, 3:30.
I like
so
that.
He's running against Andy in the primary.
There you go, kids. He's got a rock and roll radio program for you.